Last time, guys, what happened here? You guys were in some caves. You had a couple encounters. One with the slod. I think that was last time, right? No, that was the time before that. You only had one encounter this time. No, two.
There is a slot in this one.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's two slots, right? Yeah, there's one up above. I can't. Oh, jeez, it's been a month. I can't really remember. I usually try to type something out. I didn't type something
This
out
one
this
was a
time.
green slot, right?
Yeah, that's right. You guys had the encounter with the cultist guy and the stone golem, and which, by the way, on the stone golem match, I figured out the reason why it's an ability instead of a spell is it's not the full spell. It's actually toned down because the slow spell actually reduces your AC as well, whereas this one didn't. So it's
Makes
there are
sense.
certain abilities that are like that. But you guys faced this cultist that was ascended in some way, shape, or form. You duked it out with him and the stone golem, and then reinforcements came, which Jacques promptly dispatched.
Fireball.
With the fireball and the Eldritch Blast, the Mind Flayer, and the Slod, not so promptly. It's kind of chased Jacques around a bit
Yeah,
during
he
the
was
battle.
kind of being a dick.
Everyone else fought the ascended cultist with the help of Constance's spirit guardians and Anos's blade. Atlas went crazy for a little bit. Jacques snapped him out of it, and Atlas joined the fray. Afterwards, the cultist, after you dealt the killing blow, he kind of reduced to this form of just writhing worms and tried to skitter away, but you guys promptly stomped on him and killed him. After which, you also noticed that there were cages all around this main chamber with these doppelgangers in them. And to the room to the east, there are more cages, but instead of doppelgangers, there are these children. You also found a little book on that cultist, basically detailing a speech or two. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Where was that? I think I have it.
Still showing in the chat on mine, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, about the many-eyed god bestowed his knowledge.
Yeah,
And about time coming soon where bodies will perish and be reborn in his image. Blood of the innocent, blood of the lost.
That's
All
right.
that good stuff. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's right.
What did we decide the night of Anlumen? What was that?
Oh, look
Did
to
we
the
know
sky.
what that
The
was?
night of Anlumen is the peak of the Last Light Festival. There's 5 days. It's just Anlumen is the scientific name, kind of in this world for it. Lacking light, kind of. So at the third night, at the peak of Anlumen, typically around midnight, it says, "Look at the sky. To the sky on the third night of Anlumen. At the first sign, we will begin our master's call." There's also typically a meteor shower that happens at the peak of this night, and you guys haven't really discussed it yet. You guys haven't really discussed the ramblings, because I have the journal entry now. It's called "Ramblings of a Madman." But
it does seem pretty certain that they will commit some sort of terrorist act during the meteor shower.
yeah,
at the peak
it
of
seems
this,
like that.
light
Again, the group hasn't really discussed it. And Tyler, since you were gone last session, I'll go ahead and just quickly read this for you. I won't do my voice for the guy, but just so you can have it. or get knowledge of it is, this world of Kolos needs to be saved. What have the gods done for you, Bahamut? Sure, the Platinum Halls would have you believe that the paladins of his name are chosen by him, but have any of you heard of his actual deeds? What about Palor? What has his light actually done for anyone? No, I do not know the deity I serve, and I willingly give that information to you, the people. Nonetheless, he has commanded me to guide others to his path, ones that have been dishomed and not cared for by the nations of the world, ones that have been forsaken by their gods. So you ask me, what's in it for me? Again, I am but a humble servant that serves a servant of our deity. I have learned the language of our deity, one not uttered by most mortals in their lifetime. This is my gift, and I will teach it to you. If you are lucky, other gifts may be bestowed upon you. But no, you are not special and are not owed anything. It is of his divine will that we get these gifts at all. I do not speak to you lightly. I know that some of you may not be swayed, and that is fine. Please come back to us. I will give you a mark to hear my final speech. Look for it and know the way on the night that all is dark and silent. And in that, you had all these marks, which I believe I posted. Did I post that in the chat as well?
Yeah, looks like you put.
Yeah, there's like a little gate thing, like a doorway mark. And there's a couple of sheets that looks like weren't handed out. They're still in the book. And also his speech was saying that they must flay your skins, and so that their appearance pleases their deity. Look to the sky on the third night of Anlumen. At the first sign, we will begin our master's call, which is the blood of the innocent, the blood of the lost, and the blood of the unwanted will give way to the final act of sacrifice. The lamb has been chosen, and it will be brought to us by the house of Maek.
So can I roll religion to determine who the many-eyed god is?
Yes, you may certainly try.
That was a 1, but at least I got the 1 out of the way this early in the session. So
you're not quite sure, but
I
also
I ask everybody else if they know who the many-eyed god is.
Yeah. I'd give it a think.
I'm going to assume it's a beholder.
Okay.
I'm not religious, so I don't really believe in those. So I'm just going to assume that they're crazy and worshiping a beholder.
I can give it the old college try.
Yeah, if you wish to give it a think, go ahead and roll a religion.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, religion. Yeah, I think I can make it happen, Captain. Woo! Where are ya? It's a 16 for me.
16. Yeah, you're not quite sure. You know, there are many gods that have the gift of sight, of semi omnipotence, but nothing really comes to mind about a many-eyed god like their defining feature. It could be an unknown. Jacques just blurts out beholder.
I like Jacques' guess. That's pretty solid.
But yeah. Meanwhile, while that's happening, you guys are also at the cages of the children. These children have been locked up, and they are whimpering, and looking at you.
So I'm still not worried immediately about the kids.
I'm gonna play a song of rest to try and calm everyone down that's in there.
Okay.
Very cool. Can we mess up this summoning circle over here? This crap. What's it called? Transporting
Teleportation?
glyph. What's it?
Teleportation circle?
Yeah. Can we like mark it up with chalk or something like that to break it so we don't get spooked by anybody else?
If you want. I mean, it's engraved. It's permanent. So you would have to chisel it out. It's not.
If I just booming bladed it.
Yeah, that would work.
Or do we want it? I guess, I mean, it's a valid question whether we want to keep it or kill it. But what do you guys think?
We don't know where it goes.
Well,
I think it's like you said. It's a doorway that we don't know how to use and who's on the other side of.
So close the door
so
forever.
Jacques
right?
is. Can
Well,
you
we're
not learn the
discussing
spell?
Do it.
Can you not learn teleportation circle? I'm just
Maybe
curious.
Eventually,
Yeah,
but I don't have it.
I think it's a 5th level, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a sorcerer, I wouldn't be able to learn it till
Yeah,
I
that's
level
right.
up.
Yeah, and that's the downside of a sorcerer. You know, you have your selected spells. You're not a wizard.
Yeah, you're very much a specialist.
Yeah.
I specialize in breaking, not utility or helping.
Yeah.
Cassidy,
Boulder
thoughts?
over it.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I was just saying, do you have thoughts on it?
Thoughts on what it
Preferences.
could be?
No, I mean, should we chisel it out or leave it alone?
Oh.
If we cover it so nothing can come out of it without merging with the boulder.
Let me go look at it real quick.
Possibility.
I don't remember from last time. Did we do anything to figure out what it was?
Well, we saw it used.
Yeah, you
was
saw
a
it used.
Right, but I mean, right, I know we saw it used, but did we like
You
do
haven't
any
inspected
arcane on
it.
it just so we could shut it down?
No, you haven't inspected it at all.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go over there and look at it.
Okay.
And unless something happens, I want to use Arcana to try to see if it can be dismantled. That made, but
Okay, I get what you're saying. Sorry, you were breaking up a couple times, but I get what you're saying.
I know I'm watching my connection go from red to green in like seconds.
Lovely.
I don't even know where you guys like see your little connection dot. Is it like a Discord thing that you're seeing?
Yeah.
At
yeah,
the very
it's on
bottom,
Discord.
it says video connected, and it goes from like 3 bars to like none
Only if you have it.
on Discord. Discard.
Yeah, only if you have it. Your screen not maximized. I have mine pretty much maximized. But yeah, you go and look at it, and you're trying to discern whether or not you can dismantle in an arcane way. Go ahead and make an Arcana check. Yeah.
Sweet. Mother.
Tell you what's not sweet. Dice falling on the floor.
Guidance?
I would like to stand by at the ready in case something happens.
Okay.
In case anybody else uses it, basically.
Once again, that's a 16.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's a teleportation circle. Typically these they don't go necessarily to any specific place. They're more destinations. Like if someone had the sigil arcane markings of this circle, this would become a known circle to them, and they could transport to it at the cost of a teleportation spell.
Is it etched in the rock,
Yes.
or is it chalked?
It looked like this is old. This is more than 100 years old. This circle. It is. You're not quite sure how old it is, but with that check, you do know that these teleportation circles are typically initially written with chalk, and over time, with enough usage, they become permanent. So it looks like this one was one such where after a certain enough time, it became a permanent circle, and magically engraved into the rock.
There's
So-
probably like initially like a smuggler's entrance or something.
Yeah.
Down here in these caves underneath.
Is there any way to track back the last endpoint? So it sounds like it's multi-point, right? We
Yeah,
can't track
it's
it all.
it's purely a
3 mile.
destination.
Can I get the operator?
Tile 0
Yeah.
operator.
This is a really old one, so it's like you just pick up the phone, and then you say who you want to call.
Ghostbusters.
And technically, right? Like they could have made a chalk one, like brand new from wherever they were. To
Exactly.
jump here, they just
Yep.
had to know about it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, concepts of that one. I assume you're relaying this all to the group. There are certain teleportation circles that you can activate, and they're connected to specific other points. But this one seems to be one destination type. Like if you know these sigil markings, you can just go here. But it doesn't really transfer you out unless you know another circle.
Well, then my suggestion to the team would be that we try to, since it is etched within the rock, that we try to dislodge one of the rocks and just kind of break the teleportation spell if that's what you want to do. Other than that, it's destination based. They have to know how to get here in order to get here, so.
I like the idea of making it non-permanent, right? Being able to turn it back on.
Well, then I would suggest Big Man over here take his sword and try to... Because I've got nothing, unless you're going to try to pry up the rock. That's
Yeah,
pretty much the
I have
only
a
thing I've
pit and
got.
a hammer, but I don't know if that'll work really, or without damaging it irrevocably. But
Has anyone talked to these kids yet?
The
like, in
kids
last session?
are you guys are all talking, and
Well,
Please.
we did last
Like,
Well,
time.
yeah,
I'm
you
still
were
in that
starting to
room
talk
trying
to,
to make
yeah.
sure they're okay.
yeah.
We
Your
had
song
told
of
them, it's okay. We're not here to hurt.
yes,
yeah,
But
Alice
they're
is
still in the cages. All I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, they've
I
been in
thought we let them
cages.
out.
You were beginning that process.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought we let them out. I'm sorry.
Atlas is more concerned about not getting jumped or mean mugged
Yeah,
again
'cause-
versus kids who've been in cages for years potentially. What's an hour extra while I figure this shit out?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to set the scene for myself. Like, how many kids are in these cages? Is it a couple? Is it like a lot?
Oh, there's 6 kids.
Okay.
It could be 10,000 kids, but Atlas's perspective.
Different like
remains
age
the same.
ranges, or are they?
They're all
like, super
rather young. They're all under the age of 12, it seems.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can we
as-
inspect them?
Can I make a dip blow and see if any of them can tell me what happened to him?
well, you go up to the cages. The group. It's not that the group wasn't concerned with it. It's just they noticed the immediate threat of the magic circle behind them, as your allies' attention has shifted. You go up there, and what are you trying to ask them?
Well, first I wanted to have a insight.
All right.
I got a 10 to see if there's any sort of natural leader of the group, like an older kid or something.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like that at all. They just
Okay.
seem like a bunch of scared little kids. No one's really of leadership. But I will, since you were gone last time, I will just let you know. Try not to roll any checks unless asked. Yeah, no, you're fine. Just explain what you're doing and say what you're going to say,
I guess
and then
I want to be diplomatic and I guess talk to all of them and be like, all right, your big brother Proctor here. Or not Proctor,
Wilhelm
Cricket.
or
Wilhelm.
Oh, yeah,
Whichever
name.
name
your big brother Wilhelm here is here to protect you. I'm here for you. But I kind of need to know how you ended up here so that you don't end up in a bad place like this again.
Okay.
I'd like to roll perception too while this is happening.
What are you trying to perceive?
I want to see if they are actually human. It's not an insight check as to whether they're trying to pretend to be human. It's are they actually human?
Go ahead. Meanwhile,
8 plus 4 is a 12.
yeah, they seem humanish. So Tyler,
Humanist.
Cricket, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you played them a song of rest. They look extremely malnourished, but not to the point of death. But close, you know, couple more months at this rate and they probably start succumbing.
I got a 27 persuasion.
All right. One little girl pipes up. You're going to save us?
Why, yes, miss. I may have found myself in a situation rather similar to yours in my youth, so I feel for your plight.
Are the bad men coming back?
Well, there's always bad men, miss. But that's why your big brother, Wilhelm, here is here to protect you.
What was it you wanted to know from them again? Sorry.
Basically, I'm trying to get out of them any sort of information on how this happened to them. If they can remember anything.
I was part of a orphanage up in Turin. Me and he's not really my brother, but he closest thing I got, you see. And she points over to this kid in one of the far cages. We were in the orphanage in Turin of oh god. No, the Lady's Blessing orphanage in Turin. We were just selected. These men came, and the lady of the house, she's very scary. Natasha, she directed the men towards us. I don't know really what they were saying, but these men were hooded and always seemed to be in shadow of some sort. At first, we thought we were going to be adopted. But that wasn't the case. Instead, we were taken to a dark room underneath this orphanage. It reminds me kind of this room, to be honest. And in a flash, we were here.
How long you been down here?
Oh, we've been down here for a month now. The others.
Do you remember?
What?
Do you remember a lot of what they've said?
What? No. They really didn't say anything to us. Other than that we were chosen for something bigger than ourselves. That we would understand. But I'll be honest, I haven't understood anything. Then the other kids came. And the other kids are kind of looking at her. They don't really seem happy that she's telling their story, but they're too really scared to pipe up.
Okay.
But she starts saying the other kids they said they were on being transferred to the Lady's Blessing in Turin. But then they were ambushed on the road and taken hostage. And they arrived here.
Okay.
How long was Natasha around for?
Oh, she was gone for quite a while, but a few months back, she's been back ever since, really, in and out every now and then. Orphanage is a scary place.
When's the last day you saw her?
The time I came out here.
How many days ago did you see Natasha?
About a month ago.
A month ago. Okay.
Yeah. She led these men that she suggested me and my brother.
Real quick on the meta, I forget how long ago it was that we faced Natasha. Who in this group was there when we were facing the vampire Natasha?
Jacques.
Me?
She's
Alexander.
very much still on my kill list.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then Cat. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll fill everybody else in, the characters that weren't there with Natasha. Vampire, we killed. We might have framed the suicide of her husband, etc. I'll say that a little privately to not tell the kids. But I will at some point tell them the full truth on Natasha,
Right.
so they have steps.
Hey, no, didn't you have some sexy time with Natasha, if I remember right?
Who has the keys?
That's not how I remembered it.
Is there an alignment on these changelings in these cages?
Oh, you're not sure unless you have a special ability. Like
You can't like insight that or something.
I mean, you could definitely go up to them, but right now you're still kind of conversing with the children and letting them out of the cages. I'm assuming you're letting the kids out of the cages.
Yeah, basically. I'm trying to be as friendly and like calming as possible.
The first one,
I need them to make sure that they understand that they can't freak out right now.
yeah, they're not
listen to
freaking out.
directions.
They're not. They're actually very hesitant about even coming out of the cages.
Okay.
And as you approach the one boy that the little girl, whose name is Mary, by the way, pointed out, you go to open his cage, and he's very pale.
Can I make a medicine check?
Now, do you open the cage or?
I just want to like eye him up beforehand.
Oh yeah. Make a medicine check. See what kind of illness this kid could have.
I'm gonna give myself a bardic inspiration. I got a 15.
Okay. You're not sure what he's afflicted with, but he seems a little
He's
clammy.
afflicted by something.
He's affected by something.
I'm gonna call Constance over and be like, I think this kid might be sick. What are your thoughts?
Sick of body or sick of mind?
I'm not quite sure. Something's not right.
The little boy kind of has this hood over himself and kind of looks over. His eyes are kind of slanted, almost like a cat's eye, briefly, and he goes, and make a perception check, both you, Constance, and Wilhelm or Cricket.
Perception is 15. And
Constance, what'd you get?
15.
I got 16.
Oh, sorry, Cricket. Yeah, his teeth look a little sharp.
But he's a human? Or do we know that he looks like another race?
He looks human in his form.
I would have told you Natasha's a vampire, so you would definitely have a vampire on the brain.
You're God's Palor, right?
Yeah.
Can you like have some? Is there like a sun prayer of any kind that you can do?
I can try religion. That's about it, unless you want me to cast it.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I need to first find out what it is that he is afflicted by in order to figure out what spell to use.
All I'm
my
saying
choice-
is he's screaming vampire to me because of this vampire lady that I was just told about.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know if
can,
Taylor hates vampires, but you would think so, right?
I could set him on fire, and if it kills him, he's probably a vampire.
You can do a light spell.
Also, on a legitimate note, while they're doing this, I'm going to meditate in a corner to regain my sorcery points. It's a bonus action, but that's what I'm doing.
Short rest, right?
No, it's not a short rest. It's just a bonus action. It can be done in combat, but just gonna,
Cool.
do that.
Yeah. So
sorry.
no, go ahead, Constance.
My choices here are religion, arcana, nature, to
Well,
try to figure out
yeah.
what I could do to either help this poor child, because I don't want to go slinging spells on it until I know what it is.
All right. So any of those would work. Just how do you want to use them?
To discern what he's afflicted by.
You can do a religion check.
Okay. Ooh, I will take that. That was a 19 on the die. Religion total is 23.
You're pretty sure, a stake through the heart and some sunlight could probably kill this bastard.
So we don't want to kill him.
This child is a vampire. Not a full-fledged one, it seems, but he seems to have begun the process of becoming a vampire spawn or of some sort.
Do you say you want to save him out loud, or do you say any of this stuff out loud?
Well, only Constance knows this part. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, is there anything that I would know based off of my religion check that I have in my bag of tricks that could, like a lesser restoration or I don't know,
It might be in Atlas's bag of torture
revivify
tricks.
or something?
Let me check.
Torturing kids.
I got stakes.
Good MO.
I mean, I'm a tortured kid too, right? I assume giving back to the world that which was given to me. So
That's okay. The minute he starts torturing innocent life is the time that he no longer gets healing.
that's fair.
You're cursed.
I'm not torturing shit. I'm getting rid of stuff, but I don't know
the mere
anything.
mention
So.
of it is a little macabre, my friend. Like, I got stakes. I can torture this. All right.
I don't know any of this. Zach's making jokes right now.
Although,
Atlas is not doing
what
it.
I am hoping, out of character, I am kind of hoping that if we do save this kid, he could potentially tell us who, what, where, when, why, and if she's still around. So
That's why I was asking the question. So that girl's like, we don't know shit. They don't talk
Yeah, I
very
know.
much. We're just sacrifices. Okay, you're not useful for info. When did you see Natasha last? 30 days ago? Okay, that's not useful for status or location. So I don't know what you can offer us right now. We can get the kids out of the cage. I'm fine with that. Send the little bastard into town. Cause a distraction.
Reports of
Soldiers
blood
for
going
your
missing.
town here. You could have citizens.
jeez.
Dude,
So-
I'll take him on as a protege.
So you're eyeing this kid, and you're thinking once it's started, really the only way is you could have a way of stake through the heart, killing him, and some type of resurrection magic.
Oh, so we have to kill him first, and then we have to res him.
Yeah, unfortunately, most resurrection magic is lost to time, other than like revivify.
Well, I have revivify, but
I've got that one too.
yeah. So
but there's
a
a chance that it might not work as well.
Right.
Um,
Right. That's.
Well, shit.
I cast
Does
that
anyone
bitch to
let
6th
Atlas
level.
know
It'll
what's
work.
Is Atlas just watching Cassidy have this moral crisis?
Yeah,
of
you're
character on
watching
his face,
Constance
or
over here,
does
just
he say
eyeing
anything
this
out
kid.
loud?
He hasn't said anything out loud yet.
Fellers, could I Could I get you to counsel for a moment as I motion to go away from the kid?
We
Okay.
gotta kill this bastard, all right?
Alice has just been staring at the teleporting circle, trying to figure out how he could use it, and then comes over.
I've been sitting in the room with the teleportation circle, cleaning my nails with a dagger, short resting. If I can get a short rest in.
Not
Well,
yet.
then
We'll
I'll
see.
go wherever you
We'll
guys
see.
are and have that conversation. So, I believe that the kid is full-fledged. Well, not quite there, but he's been turned to the dark arts, and
Did you check the Aldi kids?
no, I just checked the one who looked worse for wear, the one that
All the
Who's
kids'
further
cages
along?
except for that one are open now.
yeah,
Who's-
Wilhelm pointed out. I've got a strong feeling I know what can be done, but there's no guarantees that the child will survive. And I don't know how to transport him to the temple for proper analysis and proper handling. I think this might be just a bit outside of my wheelhouse.
So what is the sequence of events you desire?
Well, it's grim at best, but we'd have to end the boy's suffering as an unlife and try to bring him back to full life. There's no guarantee that my spells will work on him, and the poor child could die. I
Do you
suppose
need
it'd be
him?
But from the sounds of it, he's already gonna
Dead.
die if he's not already dead.
He's gonna live a wonderful life at this rate.
Yeah.
So
Right.
do
He
you
does
need
need some
to?
blood.
Do you need the church to do the spell, or is that just nice to have?
I believe that a church, temple, mine, or others could possibly take care of him a little better than I could. I'm afraid that transporting him might be kind of
Yeah.
costly for all of us.
Do you need him dead before he gets to the church, or after he gets to the church?
I'm afraid that if we kill him, he'll
Don't have
die,
time.
and he's
Yeah.
not coming back to life anyway. I would rather the church discern what they think we ought to do with him, but
Also, Constance, you know that the Revivify spell also requires 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds, which the spell
Which is-
consumes.
yeah, which is why I'm not really feeling up to the task.
That's unfortunate. Are we sure that these other children whose cage doors are now open are not in earlier stages of the progression of the disease?
I could take a look at them, but
Matt's laughing. That's my
Yeah,
new mission. I'm gonna make you giggle. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
I
He's
just
like, "Are you
pictured him
sure?"
like they're already swarming cricket in the
That's what
background,
he's
just
like
fighting
jumping
them.
around.
He's fighting them off.
I feel very uncomfortable, gentlemen. I'll be honest with you right now. I've come so far to get eaten by zombie kids in the basement. I'm not up for that right now. So, I'm sorry, vampire kids. Not
Vampire
zombie
kids, which is
Um,
worse than zombie kids, probably.
Probably.
Well, it's like
There's
Kirsten
nothing
Dunst.
else.
You don't know how long they've been alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Cassidy, if we can confirm this child is the only child afflicted,
Too late now.
we
All the other
can-
kids are out.
Well, are they still in their cages? You said they were slow to come out.
They're starting to come out.
I can catch a motherfucking kid. I will put them back in the cage again. That's why I'll hunt these guys down faster than they are.
Psychological torture here.
Your turn,
free,
you
get
missed.
back in.
Cassidy, if you can confirm this boy is the only one afflicted, we can bind him and take him to the church, and maybe somebody even more powerful than you can help, right? And so I don't know, but that's the best we could probably do at this point. But we can't smuggle 5 kids.
Heard that
No,
some
and I
clerics
agree.
can
Well,
affect undead, right?
theoretically, we're already under the city or going to be, so it could be very easy to smuggle 5.
No,
6
what I'm
kids.
saying is we all have a kid, and then we don't know what we're going to run into in this town. I refuse to take 5 kids.
What's that,
Right?
Jacques?
We'll show them an entrance. Jacques, go ahead. Sorry.
What's up?
No, you were saying something.
Oh, I just said that I had heard that some clerics had power over undead, they could cause them to flee. They feared their divine powers, maybe we could try that and see if any of the kids respond to it.
I could give it the old try. I don't see why not.
All right.
Matt, will you put me on the map, please? I'm not.
Oh, are you not on the map? Did the vampire
not,
kids
sir.
already get you?
They already got me. I'm just wrestling them. I'm just wrestling
Why are
them.
you not on the map?
I don't know. I think you banished me for realsies.
Gone.
Cricket, you're not wrong. We could take all the kids. I don't think that's a good idea because then we would all be responsible for a bound child, and we don't know what we're going to run into. I feel between the 5 of us, we could cover one kid who's a vampire.
Okay.
I don't know about.
So all I'm asking is, what do you want to do with the rest of these kids? Also, sidebar, while we're having this private conversation, I think that we should probably put all these changelings down.
Oh, the changelings are still alive too?
Oh yeah.
The doppelgangers are
Yeah,
there.
they're still in the cages.
I mean, I'm not convinced these kids aren't doppelgangers still, everybody.
I mean, doppelgangers they're not like naturally evil. Why are we just gonna go over there and kill them? I mean,
they're not naturally evil. I mean, I'm kind of under the impression that they're aberrations and they all need to go.
I'm under the impression that if anybody is going to be able to pay us for saving them, it's the doppelgangers before the children. I'm just throwing that out there. Because
can doppelgangers even speak? Are we in the doppelganger room? Are they like looking at us?
They're looking at you.
I mean,
but they
can
can't
hear
really
us.
speak.
Echoing.
They have
We're
no
in
mouth.
a freaking cave. Everybody within 300 feet can hear us. It's probably
They're like,
down the tunnel.
I think they're gonna kill us, guys.
Guys, I think
He's
we're
like, we
dead.
need to go put these bastards down.
And
Don't
also,
do
the thing I want to smuggle, Cricket, if we're going to smuggle anything, I want to chisel the gold out of that other emblem on the floor in there. But I've only got 2 arms, right? So
Oh, Jesus.
I'm okay with, once we have proven these kids are just malnourished children, they can follow me down the hallway. But until that point, they're bound.
Okay.
Right?
That makes
Like,
sense.
Okay. But we can't confirm shit right now. Do we need to rest? Do we just need to hang out here for a minute so that we can prepare better spells?
I will cast my where the hell are you? My turn undead.
All right, what save do they need to make?
Let me find it first, because it's apparently not under there.
You
Divine.
could also just give them
Channel
food
divinity.
and see which ones eat the food.
Stick your arm in there. See which ones.
Who's hungry?
Ooh,
Go get one of those doppelgangers, shove them in the cage, and see who attacks.
I think the kid might actually win.
Right? Where the hell?
I mean, doppelgangers are just like little shapeshifters, right?
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I was under the impressions that the one that came to attack us was because they were like mind controlled or something.
Well, you're not sure.
Doppelgangers serve a lot of utility, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
They do
Depends whoever can
for a
control
budding kingdom that is basically being led by
some
an
dark paths
assassin
here.
and spy. I mean,
I would
it
along
would
with
be-
some doppelgangers.
There's some
yeah.
dark paths going on here. What's that, Constance?
You could put them with the child
Oh.
zombie army.
why is it dark and evil when we try to spare these lives, but not when they're talking about
Because-
kids? Age does not give you a pass, man.
I'm
You
not
got me
saying
on the
anything.
alignment
You're good.
thing too, right? They're not inherently evil creatures.
You don't know that?
They look kind of weird, but
I mean,
Anyways.
I don't know that, but I know that
Yeah.
humans are not inherently good or evil too. They can swing either way.
You can try. You can try
Zach had
anything you
bad
want. But
experiences
first,
as-
Constance.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
What's the DC?
For everybody within a 30-foot of me, which is gonna be anything. The children.
and us too.
Kid rolled a 20, so
Ah. Okay.
he doesn't even seem to be affected by it, but neither do any of the other kids.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, all they would have had
I
to
don't-
all they would have had to have
don't-
done is to run away. So.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this, Constance, but I think your god power is broken. Because that guy's clearly messed up and nothing happened.
all right, so
He's stronger than we thought.
I
This
feel like
kid's the
children
ruler of it all.
He's a vampire lord.
Yeah.
I feel like
We
children
gotta put that
shouldn't have a
sumbitch down.
wisdom save at all, but that's me.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got a lot going on here. Alice is going to distance himself, let these guys kind of figure it out.
You guys already like fully looted this area too, right?
I'm gonna
Well,
take
you
some
guys
ration-
haven't really inspected the rest of the cavern.
That's literally what I was about to do. I was gonna start walking a little bit and pacing. I want to roll investigation using the knowledge that we have. Natasha's
Uh-oh. Did everything break?
but I want to
Everything
roll
broke.
investigation. What's that?
Oh. Sorry, that was kind of funny. Doug coughed, and then everyone froze for like 10 seconds. And I was like, oh, shit. So you want to go around walking around the room.
Yep, I want to figure out the relationship between the big gold symbol, the temporary teleporting thing. Like, basically, how is everything connected? I want to know the story, the narrative of this space, knowing who was here, that I read their journal, Natasha's here, these kids are probably sacrifices, whatever, but I
Let's
want
make
to
an
go
intelligence check. Yeah.
Can I
Are
do
these arcane
investigation?
symbols, like these symbols just arcane symbols, or are they like language?
Arcane. Oh, does anyone speak deep speech?
I have comprehend languages that I'm gonna pop on myself.
Okay.
I don't do deep speech, but I've got a 13 plus 5 on investigations and 18.
Okay. While all this is happening, Constance is over there. You cast turn undead, and this kid, you know, he seems to shake off the effects of the turn undead spell.
Does anyone have like detect good and evil?
Actually, I think I have that one as well. Let me check. If I
I also have bread. I don't think vampires would eat bread.
Not to derail that conversation, but as another alternative for the teleportation stone, what if we just collapse the wall to that room? That way, if we wanted to come back and use it, we could dig it out. But if anybody was trying to use it to quickly move, it would slow them down.
All right. So
I do not have that actually.
I think you
I
can
think it's
prepare
one I
it.
could take, but
Yeah.
I'd have to prepare it.
You'd have to sleep on it.
We'd have to sleep.
So meanwhile, Atlas and Wilhelm, you just pop comprehend languages, and the gold markings, they don't really mean anything by themselves, but you seem to recognize them suddenly kind of transformed into common for you. Go ahead and make a Arcana check with advantage. Meanwhile, Atlas, you're investigating. That might have something to do with this gold one. What is going on? You're looking closer at it, and the gold is surrounded by markings of blood. Like all the sigils in the circle are outlined with blood as well. On the edges of the gold, looks like the gold was put in here first, and then there was blood. There's this deep brown color on the outside of the gold now. It could have something to do with the ritual in the book that he was talking about. What was your check, Wilhelm?
18 Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, these are some. You've seen or heard of these type of sigils used, typically in a necromantic way, and also in a summoning kind of way, invoking like a passage of some sort. Definitely seems to be sacrificial in nature.
Okay.
And Atlas, you're kind of getting the same vibe.
Can I dump some water from a canteen in there? Does the blood drain away into a hole, or does it sit on the surface of the rune?
It sits on the surface, yeah. Doesn't drain away anywhere. It looks like it. Between you and Wilhelm, you gather that it's probably the blood would be used in the ritual. It would vanish as part of the material cost of whatever ritual they would be doing. and you look towards the kids. You probably
Wasn't this guy sacrificing someone when you guys came into the room or something?
No, what happened was they heard while they were taking a short rest down the hall, they heard some mutterings that got louder and louder, and then some shrieks and cries. It seems that a ritual had taken. Oh yeah, there's 4 corpses with that are bloodless off to the side.
Are they vampire children?
They're not vampire children. No, they were cultists.
Okay. Can the gold be pried up?
I mean, you could definitely smash the rock. Beneath it, it would take a long, long time, but it could be done.
It's like taking the copper wiring out of a wall.
Yeah, it would take a couple days.
And how much would we get?
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, there's probably about 5,000 worth of gold laying on the ground. I mean, you could also, there are other ways, you know, there could be other potential ways, but just breaking the rock beneath would take days.
Heat metal and scoop it up as liquid, put it in a cup. But so I would like to. I've just got a day's worth of rations. I assume some of these are vegetables or like.
Well, all the rations are kind of like beef jerky or pemmican. You know, they're very.
Right, it's just dried meat.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll just I'll give all the kids some rations.
Even the vampire one?
Yeah, I will be careful though. Like all of them. I'm actually just gonna have it's like I will offer it to them. They can put their hands through the cages, and I will give it to them.
Oh, the cages are unlocked. The kids started to come out. They're hanging nearby the cages, but they're kind of grouping up now.
Okay.
You go over there, and they reluctantly, some of them kind of reluctantly, but Mary, she takes one. She trusts you guys. After all, you saved them. They're not quite sure what to expect from you yet. But Mary does seem worried about her friend over there. As you go, toss some piece of a ration over there. He just throws it back at you.
And all the rest of them are eating?
Yep. And all the rest of them are eating.
All right.
Atlas, as you're also going around, you do see that the tunnel to the west continues going.
Yeah.
Into another room over there.
And then there's one to the south too?
Oh, there's multiple passageways, but not a room.
Okay.
Dissecting passageways to the south and to the southeast.
And how many doppelgangers are there?
5.
Okay. And we have not talked to them yet at all, have we?
No, yeah, they can't really talk.
Because they don't have mouths?
Yeah, they're in their doppelganger form.
Couldn't they just doppelgang themselves a mouth?
They could. Possibly.
I've just been kind of leaning against my staff, chewing on some beef jerky, staring at the doppelgangers.
Yeah. Everyone go ahead and, take a short rest. You guys have been doing this for a little bit. You can go ahead and mark a short rest. Spend your hit die. Atlas, you still are not fully cured from the...
Did we...
Ooh, I should not be fully cured in hit points, but
yes,
I can recover
you are
my
fully
hit
cured
points.
from the disease, but not the damage that the disease caused.
Correct. Perfect, yeah.
Whereas John is both fully cured. Because there is only... Greater Restoration was cast on John. There was because you needed lesser and greater, and they were both cast on John, but only lesser was cast on you, Atlas.
My baby's crying pretty good. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
Well, here's where I feel morally. A, I don't trust the doppelgangers. B, I think we should get the kids out of this cave.
I mean, we could talk to the doppelgangers and see if that has any kind of sway on anything.
I guess I got highest persuasion. Should I try?
I just feel like it's a little bit judgy to be like, I'm not sure what you are.
My
so I'm gonna
history
leave you
with
to die."
aberrations isn't a good one, so I just don't like them. I'll be honest with you. I don't trust them. I think that they're all probably pretty evil.
And as we're like sitting there discussing this in front of them, I will just openly say, I mean, if they try anything, I trust that I could kill them before they could do anything.
Well, that's fair. I've seen what you can do. You're kind of a scary man.
But I would feel better too if you talked to them first.
Okay.
Actually, they can speak common. And they can also read thoughts this is something you guys have known actually from your last encounter with doppelgangers. They can read thoughts, surface thoughts of a creature within 60 feet.
Oh, then they know exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, they they're just like, oh.
I am very clearly contemplating murder.
Yeah,
and my thoughts, just in case it would have any bearing on them at all, since I've been standing here thinking it, is like if they've got money, if they are willing to help, or they've got useful information, I'm good with them. If they try anything, I have no qualms at all about daggering them to death.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do with it? There's also the vampire child still.
I guess I want to say to him right now, is there any reason that you can give me why I should let you live?
Reason or gold, I say.
Well, gold's a reason.
I just want to stress that one.
No use for gold. Well, maybe. I can think of many uses. Just name one, and I can fulfill. Yes.
Can I try to see if he's lying?
Yeah, of course.
That's insight, right?
Yep. Sorry.
10. I got 10.
He's hard to read,
Okay.
but you're I'll say just because of your natural distrust of these beings, which they're not aberrations. They're
No,
a
they're not
monstrosity.
aberrations.
Yeah,
They're monstrosities.
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Those aren't so bad.
but aberrations were using these guys. You know, your suspicions of part of the Enclave being run by an aberration, and you just saw a Mind Flayer and a tentacled cultist down here. You know, you got strong suspicion that these guys have been being used by these aberrations. But you think he could be telling the truth,
Okay.
but he's hard to read.
Well, I know Atlas is sort of interested in having a spy crew.
Yeah, I mean, so if we're going to talk about the fate of human children and talk about the doppelgangers as well, who are both innocent to us, we just came in on them. They've all been caged up here.
Yes.
I could see some definite benefits here. I I don't know if we should just take a vote across the team, but I mean, I don't know. It would be. We're about to do an infiltration right now, right? It would be interesting to have some assistance.
The ones that Cricket's been talking with. Braxis is pleased to help. Yes.
What's his name?
Nice Skeksis voice.
Thank you.
Praxis.
Yeah, Braxis.
I mean, and that's easy enough too.
So I might have missed this because I was gone. Sorry about that. Why are the doppelgangers here with other humans' sacrifices? Are they just as good at sacrificing?
Or probably being used.
What part did they play?
We were used and kept down here, not as sacrifices,
Yep.
but pawns.
Did you doppelgang children and play with children to get children to come with you? Kidnap children? Were you part of the kidnapping part of this scheme?
No.
Can we insight that?
Insight?
Insight with guidance.
Hold on. No. Of course not.
I mean, all right.
Got
So
27 on that.
Yeah,
Dude.
definitely. He's lying.
And I would like to try to persuade to get in on this conversation too, and say, and this is a persuasion, not a deception. I'm being completely honest here.
We can read your surface thoughts.
My interest in this is not from a moral standpoint. I just want to know if you already have some basic training in deception to see how useful you're going to be.
I'm very useful. Yes.
If it matters, I got a 25 on that.
Yeah, he's very useful. Yes.
So you
You're
help
not
kidnap
useful
children.
if you lie to us, though. That's the problem.
I'm not lying. I tell truth. Yes.
More truth is definitely going to get you far. And if you read my surface thoughts, you know that's true as well.
I'm telling
with the
truth.
rest of it. So you help to
This
kidnap
is
children.
my natural intonation on my voice. I can't help it.
You helped kidnap children, but you're currently in a cage, which leads
Yes.
me to believe that it wasn't like you were getting paid bags of gold to do this. So what was it in it for you? Are you a prisoner just as much as the prisoners you were helping to capture?
Yes.
Um,
Natural voice.
How long does this insight last, by the way? The one that we rolled. Is it throughout the conversation?
Yeah, it's throughout
or
the
are we having to
conversation.
Re-roll every time.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
I mean, it's not like
Other than the blatant lie about deceiving
Other
the
than the
children?
blatant lie.
I mean, I put him on blast, right? I could get why he would lie to me about that. But, okay, so you're in a cage. Didn't end well for you, right? And maybe there's an opportunity that gets you out of this cage and out of this cave, but you'd be working with us, and we really, really don't like getting betrayed. I don't need to roll diplomacy for that or intimidation. I'm just telling you, people have had bad luck when they do that to us.
I'm not trying anything.
So I want to take the temperament of the group, right? Because I think it's pretty obvious Jacques and I are okay with releasing the doppelgangers and having them join us. But is that going to really piss off other people?
It's not going to really piss me off, but what would they need to stay on our side? Like, what do they want?
Yeah, you have
I
to.
think
you
with
have to
the
ask
life,
them.
the life that they've had, like I feel like you could give them any little bit of freedom and be like, we can provide for you, and you won't be in a cage, and that might be enough. I mean, just throwing that out.
You say that now, and then they start slitting your throat while you sleep.
Well, I've only got one throat to slit, so like.
I mean, and also, I've killed doppelgangers. I think we've all killed doppelgangers at least once in this campaign. We can do it again. But I like the freedom piece of it. We have land, right? If they prove useful here, we can actually provide them a safe home.
Okay.
And so, but the thing is, Cassidy's who I'm really worried about here. So I'm checking out Cassidy. We're having these conversations. I've seen Anos do some
Cassidy,
fucked
you
up
wouldn't
shit,
want
so-
us to kill. You wouldn't want us to kill these things just by merit of they were forced to do an evil act, right? And this is just my conversation with you.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Yeah, I mean, what kind of creature are they? Like, what's their alignment? What do I need to roll
Yeah,
to figure out?
I mean,
they're
things have you
inherently
known that
evil?
they seem to be kind of neutral.
Yeah.
They kind of adopt over time. They can adopt alignment of whoever they're serving, or if they might not have any master, maybe they're just kind of neutral, like the wild, like the wilderness is, you know.
So you're saying if we take them, they can be useful, but they can't stay with Atlas for long periods of time.
Yeah, just don't let the psychotic guard train them like they did the goblins, and you'll be okay.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
geez.
dude. What do you mean? I'm fine. I'm
No,
well
I'm not talking
adjusted,
about you.
guys. How have you not recognized this yet? Look at that.
Your
No one's got a-
brain literally caused you to die like 3 nights ago.
But I'm fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
There's
Nothing
a
is
child
fucked.
vampire 15 feet from me. He's still breathing. Well, I mean, kind of. He's dead, so he's not actually
Not really
but
breathing.
You get the point. You get the point.
You are making some good steps though.
I'm
Therapy's going well
trying.
for you.
I'm trying to grow. And he says those words kind of in Cassidy's direction. I'm trying to grow. You know, so we're in an unfortunate situation. We could just leave everybody in cages, but we got to do something. So
Brax is not. I do not want to be left in cage and die.
I vote we have them shift into the kids and we take them out with the rest of them. We just hold on to these 3 and send the others to
That'll
the
probably
orphanage.
keep
we
the
can't
kids
tell the
more calm.
difference.
I mean,
Well-
we'll know which one they shape into.
They're all twins.
Yeah,
I mean, you want me to cut a finger off of one of them? Or I might just use some rope to tie it to me. You know, either way.
Sorry, Doug. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think, yeah, as far as Constance is concerned, they haven't done any harm, but the minute that they do, it's fair game. So
I think I can agree with that.
I think for now, I think we'll be all right, just having them, shapeshift into something, and then they can get out with them.
I show a crumpled up picture of Torhana.
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Alice has been lonely.
I'm like, you don't want to shapeshift into that. Don't do that.
While we're all having this conversation, I'm assuming it's been a bit, right?
Yeah, everyone gets a short rest.
I want to go to any of the exits and do a perception kind of thing and listen and see if I can hear anything else.
Go to any of. Yeah. You start going to the left, to the west, and you look down, and there's this bubbling pool of water that smells of the sea. That's down here. Oh wait, you don't.
Yeah, I can't even see.
I assume you have a torch lit or something, right?
Yeah, I can't see. I'm regular.
Yeah. So you have a torch
Guys,
lit.
I feel crazy. Where is short rest now on D&D Beyond? It used to be really easy.
You just click your portrait, and it gives you a drop-down menu, and there's short and long rest on in the top left.
Well, there's also should be across the top.
Oh yeah, it is also across the top too. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the top
What is
right.
across the top?
Just literally, like right next to your picture, across the top. It's got an anvil that says "Go to Builder," and then it says the campaign. It says long rest and short rest. But
I'm not signed in. That's what's happening. My character's public. So, okay, there we go. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Worried me
Okay.
there for a minute, bud.
Like, fuck, man. I don't have anything.
I hope it's on my Twitch. Let's see. I'm having the same problem.
Yeah.
But you do see, as you venture out this way, you do see this room over here. Cricket is to the west, has some crates in it.
With more children in them.
Parts
Oh,
of children.
Okay.
That one in the bottom right is empty, right?
The the way to go to the bottom right is just another passageway. It doesn't lead to an immediate room, as are the ones to the south west.
I guess, can I investigate the crates?
If you want, you can certainly do that.
Okay.
But don't roll investigate. Here's what I want you to do. Since you're the one discovering it, I just want you to roll a 1d20 flat out and tell me the result.
Okay. I got 12.
12. And what I'm doing is that's just a straight luck check, essentially. So you go in there and there's a bunch of smashed crates. Well, there's like 8 smashed crates that look to be spoiled, but you do find 6 of these crates are not ruined, nor are the contents of the crates themselves. And you can either go through them right now or gather the party and go through them, whichever one you want to do.
I'm kind of roguish, so I'm gonna take a look.
Well, this is all
before.
happening while Atlas and Jacques and Constance and Alexander is in the other room. They're just keeping an eye on the kids and discussing what to do with the doppelgangers. So, Cricket, there are in 2 of these crates. Start writing this down because it's kind of written on my page a little weird. 2 of the crates have silks worth 500 gold pieces and fine liquor worth 1,200 gold pieces or 100 gold pieces a bottle. So there's 12 bottles.
How much for that liquor? What's the value?
1,200 gold pieces. In 2 more of the crates host a crate of jewelry and jewels worth 5,000 gold pieces.
That's a lot of revivifies.
As well as packets and documents. Crate of forged documents of the guard.
Forgery materials. I am proficient. So, can you write all this stuff down and share it in the group chat, or are you?
Well, he's writing it down himself.
Okay.
You guys aren't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you don't even know this is happening at the moment. Well, you saw him go off, but you guys are discussing the doppelganger
So I got
stuff.
500 GP of silk, 1,200 GP of liquor, 5,000 GP of jewelry.
Jewels and
forged
jewelry.
document. Jewels and jewelry.
Mm-hmm. A
In
crate.
crates, though.
Now, you cannot carry all this by yourself. This is just what's in the room.
Okay, and a
a
bunch of
carry
forged
all
documents
Documents
for
of the
city
guard, of like the city guard.
Okay.
Also, you find in 2 more crates, you find an insignia, like a forgery of the various houses and their personal guard, 4 greater healing potions.
4 Raider healing potions.
Yep. A broken chest that contains 13 platinum pieces, 25 gold pieces, and 100 copper pieces. And you said you got a 12?
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, cool. That's where that stops then.
Okay.
That's everything you found, plus you find 400 platinum pieces.
So how many forgery sort of things are here? Could I like stash those?
there's
Like
a
fuck
bunch.
tons.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's probably about 100.
Okay, then
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. And there's all the sigils of the house.
I'm going to is it a bunch of liquor?
Yeah, it's 12 bottles. Like think
Is
full
there
on
a
wine bottles.
particularly nice one?
They're all the same brand. They're
Okay,
all.
I'm gonna sneak one of those.
Yeah, you
for
sneak
me.
one. They're worth 100 gold on the market.
Okay,
Sell value.
I'm not selling it. That's
Yeah,
for me.
retail value. It's probably worth about 250 gold.
Okay,
But to sell to a merchant or someone. That
so
would resell
I'm
it.
gonna walk back into the other room with like just a sampling of everything and be like, gentlemen,
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, I would want to talk to Atlas about doppelgangers. Like, it could be useful employees.
No one seems to care about your riches, Cricket.
Well, I kind of
Okay,
like
it's all mine
wander.
now.
I kind of like wander over to see what it is. Now, just the nature of my character, like if there's like gold or currency there, I'm always interested in it. If I see other stuff, I'm just like, man, is this valuable? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he carried a kind of a sample of everything. So in one hand, you
Yeah,
have like this
there's
fine
platinum,
silk.
a couple of pieces of platinum I threw at you,
there's-
or like.
You,
I just remembered I have to go talk to Cricket about something.
also, Cricket, you guess that this was part of the shipments that were.
This is probably all the shit for the Baron King.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Anos and I can talk about the doppelgangers not in front of the doppelgangers, so we'll follow you.
Doppelgangers. We heard that.
Oh, well.
So I'll be taking a look through the items and stuff like that. I mean, so it sounds like, Anos, you're good with releasing the doppelgangers, putting them under our employ, providing. I think the team's going to offer them freedom to live in our land at some point. Maybe not amongst our city, but on the land at some other city potentially.
They can work. If
Freedom, right? Like, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Freedom.
I don't think that our town residents will enjoy having the doppelgangers come in. We're
We don't
making
have
very
doppelgangers.
multicultural.
We have more workers.
Sure. I think they'll be on the hook for freedom. We let them live on the land, and then we can specify further at a later point in time. Is that fair? Go in vague, just to get.
They don't ever need to be doppelgangers in our land. They can just always be someone else.
What if they want to be doppelgangers? Yeah. The morality of it. I'm not worried about it. But, I'm not totally trusting them. All right, I don't necessarily trust all of you. Atlas does not really buy into anything at any moment in time. So he's negotiating, giving them freedom on a state the size of Virginia is much more where I'm at the moment than telling them a particular point amongst people who I've grown to care about that they can live amongst them. I'm not
Good
ready to
question.
offer that yet. So.
If you're asking them to join our side, what exactly are we doing with them? Are they like going to come and stay with us at the hotel?
Well, I'm still piecing that together, and then I stumble upon all the forged insignia of houses, right? And we're seeing all these uniforms starting to come together. There's a bunch of forgery documents. So Atlas
That's a good idea. They could turn into some of these people.
We know that we can either meet Fulton on his terms, exactly where he asks us to meet him when he's ready, or we can go where we know he lives.
Is there a bunch of like the House Mayick sort of stuff here?
Well, the House Bank is an ancient house.
Isn't that what
You could-
they referenced in the thing, though?
What's that?
It is.
Didn't we just get a reference for them?
You got a reference in the if off the top of your head you can't really think of it. Go ahead and make a history check.
Guidance.
Is that a D4?
It is.
That's a 3 plus 17 plus 3 plus 2 is 22.
It's pretty. Yeah, it is what house. It used to be an ancient house, but now it goes by a different name of Macedon.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Anos, you're getting served up, man. They're sacrificing your kind. How's that?
Now, it's like, how much do I know about like the old name? Like, why would it have changed?
It kind of changed naturally as the language, the common language changed.
So it's
over
like
the
a
past
really
1,000
old
years,
family.
It's like
it
an
does-
old family name.
It does say that the lamb has been chosen and will be brought to us by House Mayick. So they might just be willingly helping with this event too.
That's what I'm also like. What? All right. So the date, the blood of the the third night of the Enlumna, like
I'm not saying anything.
so.
Hey,
Is that the? All right. When is that? Is that the same day that the betrothal is to be announced?
Yes, it is.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Like,
I
this
feel
whole
your plight.
time, like this has been like more than usual. Anos seems like distant, like listening and contributing, but at the same time also seeming more deep in thought.
Okay.
Ooh, buddy. I'm really sorry. We can try to alter that though, but that's tough. That's is House Saris represented in the
It is.
stuff that
Yep.
I find?
Yep.
The doppelgangers. We need to ask them how many was their original group, because who knows what this was used for? If they've seen potentially people come in and out on this, like was this just the Baron King's people, or who else has this hardware? What do you guys feel about that though, right? So Atlas is nominating that we could infiltrate the House Saris encampment, like the actual noble house, quicker than when Fulton actually wants to meet us on the Moonlight Festival. Would the team be up for that, or would you guys not like that?
I'm basically, you're my liege lord, so I gotta do what you want me to do.
But what do you want to do? That actually matters, right? It's not just what
I'm all for getting the jump on people, because the sounds of it, this guy probably wants to melt your face with his laser beams.
I think he wants to
magic
talk to me
laser
first,
beams.
and then I'll say no words, and then he will disintegrate.
No words.
I mean, it's
Where's
not.
the orb? Damn.
It's not my style, but I definitely see the advantage for sure. So I would be for it. I just probably wouldn't be much help in like orchestrating anything.
You're not a stealthy guy?
I mean, I'm stealthy until I throw a fireball, but yeah, I mean, I can sneak, but I'm not really like a deception infiltrator.
I can set it up. I mean, but Cassidy, how are you feeling? What do you think?
I really want to help you get him. I do. But I'm the same as Matt. Like, I don't know how you expect me to. I can't lie, man. Like, I can fudge the truth, I guess, but I can't really.
I think that meeting him on alternate terms than what he wanted is a power move. And so even if we don't, I'm not infiltrating just to assassinate him. It's on my mind, but I would want to talk to him still. Matt's thinking right now. Matt is already plotting.
You have a lot
They
of
do
stuff, though,
this.
that
What am I gonna do?
You have a lot of stuff that you want to find out, so you're not gonna kill him right away. I don't.
Correct.
think.
I just would love to be in his room. I would love to be in his room with you guys. He opens the door to come to bed at night with the lady of the night, who might be Gadriel, and we're there. We're being like, "Sup, motherfucker," and that's how the session ends. And then the next session.
But you got my vote. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I just want to make sure that.
Oh, what? Oh, God.
Make sure that if he's gonna die, he's got to die for the right. So.
I mean, I have a list of his sins, but honestly, I'm a man with sins too, so I don't really want to go down that path. I
want to help you achieve your goal, which is at the moment having a conversation with him, and I can help you do.
Okay. Anos, you're kind of my ride or die, and it sounds like you're kind of. What are you thinking? This might conflict with the timeline to stop that wedding. That's my only concern.
It's not a wedding; it's a betrothal.
Like,
When is
the third day of Anlumen? Like compared to now, like what day is it? How long?
You guys still haven't long rested. It's been one of the longest days you guys have had, in a very long time. You guys haven't rested since you left the lighthouse. Oh wait, no, I think you guys rested maybe once in the tunnels before you got to these tunnels. Can't really remember. But oops, wrong one. Here we go. We can just go here. It's 5 days until the last light festival. That's 5 days until day 1. So, you'll have 6, 7, 8. 8 days until end lumen. No, 7 days, because 5 days till. Okay.
I mean,
So-
that gives us time to break in, set a surprise meeting, and be done to kill some guy and save your woman. Man, Jock has really just degraded to, like, base. He just simplifies everything down.
I like it, man. That's a good attribute. That right there is in the pilot of our new series, right? Like that. We just break in, save the lady, move on with our day, make a bunch of gold,
Bing,
throw
bang,
some
bong.
fireballs.
There you go.
That sounds like enough time to me, especially if we can get
Fireball
out of
is integral to this plan somewhere in the line. It's
If
gotta be.
you wanted to get creative too, Anos, you could have Atlas throw together a plan that involves stealing your lady early and using one of these doppelgangers to pose as your lady so that she's never in any danger.
Boom! We could exfil her. I'm okay with that, except for that
I
one
should have never
time
had
when I was supposed
doppelgangers
to-
in the room.
I was supposed to get this one guy called Pontanero, and I wasn't able to exfil him, but I can exfil your lady for sure.
You still got time to kill Pontanero. Like, we can make that happen too.
I don't want to leave a mission undone, right?
All right.
One more question for Matt. Is there any way I can discern if these forgeries are for the Baron King or for the Enclave people?
I mean, just
Average
straight
guess.
up. I mean, you're just looking at it. It seems like these were for the Baron King, you know.
Okay.
All
I
these
was a
supplies.
little worried that there was a bunch of fucking motherfuckers in the city guard that shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that they could have used them because they have had them in their possession, and it looks like, you know, some of the gold, like that chest, was broken open, and it was very small amount left in there, considering the size of the chest. So the supplies have obviously been gone through, and you don't even know what was in the other crates because they're you know, completely empty. Some of them are just empty bottles or broken bottles, stuff like that. So originally, yeah, these were probably for the Baron King for some kind of black market scheme.
Okay.
But they've
How
been in the Enclave's possession for a little
At
bit
least
now.
a month now.
Yeah, at least a month.
How many crates total, you said?
6.
6.
We got doppelgangers carrying 3 of them. Make sure they can't run off. Yeah, we can get all this out, right?
I like the way you think.
All right.
2
I'll
kids can carry 1.
quick little 5-minute break. Then we'll be back to this. You guys can keep talking about this if you want.
Back to town.
Yeah, I'm down for hiring these guys.
Does Anos need to provide a city, or is it okay if we just provide the country? I couldn't tell if you were where you were
Here's what
coming
I
from,
think.
like how much you needed.
You guys, like, do you trust everyone on your council and
Me?
everyone in your town?
Me?
Yeah, we don't really have a lot there. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you.
I don't know. It's a loaded question. I don't think Atlas trusts literally anybody 100%.
Okay.
right?
Has there been any reason in the campaign before now
Yeah.
to mistrust anyone that is left in your capital?
I mean, I'm not going to say this out loud, but on the meta, Aonos has done some shifty shit, to be quite honest, right? He's one of the reasons that we had to fight General Sertan, which is like a legacy 100 tree.
Okay.
He ran off. He got this imprinted demon seed thing. He's been wearing masks ever since. So I do want to help Aonos, though, right? So this ever since Alexander aged forward, he has been a very different kid than who Atlas knew early on. And so I would say that Atlas probably trusted the hell out of the kid, and not 100% bought into the adults, if that makes sense. And then for Jacques feisty, man. Jacques off doing stuff. I've seen him say things off base. I don't know. Cricket, I just know not to trust anybody in our business, but I appreciate you being here, kind of thing. If anybody, I trust Cassidy the most because I feel like his moral compass is more on his sleeve, kind of. So of all the people in this room who are less likely to kill me.
On your console?
What's that?
Don't you have some woman lady that's on your console?
She's
necessarily-
the financial, basically. She's the back.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I think above all else, yes, Atlas trusts to make decisions in his stead. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't. It's not like I totally trust her. We're kind of in a relationship.
All I'm saying is you
not-
could have a really good secret police right here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think everybody trusts Atlas either, though. I actually think that's kind of the fun of the group, though. It's not like, I mean, it's different. I've had campaigns where everybody was ride or die and would do anything for anybody in that group when they're really tight knit. I don't feel like that's exactly this group, but I also don't think Atlas is that character too, if that makes sense. Like the character I played in that campaign was that guy. He was fine and would be okay with getting backstabbed and stuff like that, right? He would rather trust than not trust. Atlas is, yeah, based on with his background. So,
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some food, but I keep mentioning it, but I don't distrust too much. I just think of anybody who's gonna put a knife in me, right?
Okay.
Cassidy is the least
Fair.
likely to put a knife in me. Aeonos is the most likely to murder me in my sleep in some mythic murderous rage. And then Cricket and Jacques are the most likely to betray me for money, love, power, or whatever it is. So that's Atlas's assessment of the team, basically.
I think the thing is, though, I think the Atlas as a character, though, has come a lot further than you might think. In my mind, I think he's definitely more trusting in some ways with being with a group than he used to be.
He was.
So he might not be ride or die yet, but.
And then his
one
brain
day.
got scrambled. So I'm trying to I agree with that 100%. I actually took Atlas almost a 180 for a good chunk of time there. And actually in my notes, I started dialing it back the other direction again, saying, say more Sun Tzu quotes, right?
Yeah.
Do more distant stuff
I remember
because
that.
his brain got scrambled. That's why I was popping in the Sun Tzu quote.
Oh.
Eventually he'll work his way back again probably, or his brain will get scrambled, or his memories will come back and he'll be a different person entirely. Who knows? All right, I'll be right back. Baby crying again.
All right.
I now don't think that we should keep all this treasure. I think we should turn it in for more possible treasure. I don't know.
I mean, that's certainly a way to go with it. It's whatever you guys want to do with it. I mean,
we could negotiate. This is a lot of money right here. There's
Yeah.
413 platinum
yeah,
just in coin.
yeah,
Coinage.
just in coin value. But I mean, on the flip side,
we also just did prove a loyalty thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be real shitty to be disloyal.
yeah, it would be.
But we
We
did
were
say
sent down
that
here for a reason.
we did say that like 6 of the 8 crates were really destroyed. I mean, maybe when we found it, 4 of the 8 crates were destroyed.
I mean, we could just be honest and be like, hey, man, can we keep the raiding healing potions? Those seem pretty tight. Pass. We just did you a service. Maybe they'll let us keep it and be like, yo, dude, thank you for clearing out those holes for us.
Be like, they probably took your actual coins because they were easy to carry, but they left all your documents and liquor.
So, quick question though. How many rooms did you guys have over at Bill's bar?
I think we only had 2.
2. So you guys were splitting. Who was rooming
Yeah, I
with
think
who?
so.
I think it's me and Jacques.
You and Jacques, and one more other person.
Probably Constance.
Him and I seem to have been pretty tight.
Jacques
I don't know.
Constance.
What's going on?
We had
trying to-
rooms at Bill's bar, and we were trying to figure out who slept with who.
Oh, okay.
Atlas and Alexander.
Phrasing.
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 So I have Jacques, Cricket, and Constance in one room, and then Atlas and Alexander in the other.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That sounds right. I think Atlas and I have the same room. By the way, the growth I see in Atlas is he's less likely to murder in cold blood. Like that the bunch of doppelgangers alive, kids alive. This kid's a vampire and he doesn't have a knife in him yet, right? Like that is the growth, but like the trust and the Game of Thronesy stuff and trying to be a king and all that, I don't think he's ever gonna trust people. I think that's like intrinsic to this. Even if he got all his memories back
I
tomorrow.
guess that's the final thing we got to resolve is what are we going to do about the vampire kid?
All right. Which, onto that point, you guys are discussing the doppelgangers and the vampire kid.
Or do we want to discuss the treasure first?
Or
That
we
seems
also
like
gotta discuss that.
That sounds like an easier resolution.
Okay.
I feel like our order is like treasure, doppelgangers, children, as far as like which ones can be more complex.
I think the easiest is we come back for the gold after we deal with everything. And once we're done with Fulton and all that stuff, come back 2 or 3 days worth of work, 5,000 gold. Is that
The
worth
question is do we turn it into the Baron King?
it? The
Like, do
gold?
we turn all this stuff
Like
in
the
or not?
crates.
This
The
is what
He's
he's
talking about.
Because this is likely his.
My vote was the gold, since it's easy to carry. We can just say the cultists probably made off with that. But as far as like the silks and the alcohol and the documents, like pick out the few that you guys want, and then we say like that's what we found.
I think that
That's
makes
just
sense.
my vote. If that's what if we're taking like a group vote here.
+1 to that, so two on that approach.
All right. So one more time. What are we doing? Just
Lie to the Baron King, don't lie to the Baron King. That's basically the two choices right now.
And as far as like the treasure is concerned, it's like give it all back, give none of it back, and then I'm kind of sitting middle of the road with give back most of it.
How much is the gold we found? How much gold?
413 platinum, 25
Holy
gold,
shit.
100 copper, just in currency.
Wait,
There's
so
other
four-
stuff there too.
How many is a platinum gold?
10 gold
10.
pieces.
10. So it's 4,000 gold. So is it worth alienating and pissing off the Baron? Actually, he owes us a favor, so our favor could be forgiven.
Well, and legitimately though, like we said, there were 8 crates to start with. Matt said 2 of them were destroyed. So what is the feasibility that, 4 of them were destroyed and we recovered the 4 that we could? We massacred the children and ate the doppelgangers. Threw all the treasure into the ocean.
Sounds about right.
that guy-
I mean, that's what I was
that
planning in
got
my
dark.
head to go through.
We
we
decided
decided to leave the city.
we wanted to go down the full evil route, so we asked the vampire child to bite. So now it's a vampire campaign.
Okay.
We have 3 vampire doppelgangers.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll just pack my things and head out. It's cool.
Perfect. Good campaign, guys.
This is Tyler's DMing
Good 3-year
time now.
campaign.
Hey, nice to meet
Look
you.
at me.
all.
I am DM now.
I am the DM now.
All right, so yeah, we're going to be doing pretty much exactly what we were talking about before. So,
But Matt doesn't know, so somebody has to clue him in.
So our plan for our treasure situation is we're gonna try and haul it all to him, and we'll be honest about what we're taking.
Okay.
Finder's
The
fee.
vampire kid situation is we're gonna try and bind him with that magical rope and like bag his head
Yeah.
and take him to the church and see what they want to do with him.
make sure his entire body is covered so if we go into any sort of sunlight, he doesn't die before we get there.
Except like one little patch to keep him honest. That
So the whole time he's just screaming a little bit.
And I'm pretty sure these guys want to make an offer to these doppelgangers for hire.
Man, that sounds
Okay.
like That's a real tortury sort of thing. It's
Okay.
a little bit of destructive sunlight.
So who's talking to the doppelgangers for the offer?
I am there to watch it.
Okay.
Do I need
I'll roll
to redo insight?
Yeah. But you'll have to wait until they really start saying anything.
I'll roll persuasion. I'm pretty.
Well, what are
damn
you
good at
saying?
this.
What are you saying?
I'll roll it to the doppelgangers.
Well,
I know you can read my thoughts, and so I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm just going to tell you the truth, right? If you want out of these cages, we need your help. But I can tell you that help will look very different than trying to kidnap children for sacrifice. It's a little bit more noble than that, all right? There's some really bad people. We're not bad people, actually. I would go neutral on that. And we've got business with these bad people, and we could use your help, right?
bad,
So-
good, no difference.
No, a little different, but we'll teach you that along the way. So,
How about some guidance for giving all that rhetoric?
yeah, go for it, man.
Roll
What
a
is that, D4 as well?
Whenever you feel like rolling your next thing, you get a D4 to it.
Perfect, thanks, buddy. So with that said, gentlemen, we have something to offer you. I don't know if you were getting paid before or if you were getting paid at all. Cage, so I can't imagine it was great. How about freedom? How does that sound? We can offer you freedom. We have land out east. We can offer you both safe passage to that land, and freedom on that land if you're able to help us with a mission. And this is a trial mission. So I'm going to roll now.
Always help.
So that was a 14 plus 10 is a 24 plus 3. So that's 24 plus 3 is 27. 27 persuasion.
Always help. People want us. For yet always in cages we remain.
Freedom.
He's going to insight. Are you being truthful?
Yeah. No, I'm being honest. Yeah.
Just like
freedom.
the cough cough devil in the gem. That Jacques, by the way.
Well, Jacques not talking right now.
I know.
And also, on the meta, somebody else could imprison these kids, right? Or these doppelgangers. I just won't be the one doing it.
Yeah. I get you.
No current intent. We have a very large country, the size of West Virginia or whatever, but they can take up residence somewhere and live their lives, right? And then we kill their generations of children. Yeah, but I'm not telling them about the mission yet. I'm not telling them what it is. I'm telling them that that's freedom is what we can offer. So what do they say?
I'm William Wallace. I'll
And
take.
now he looks like William Wallace.
No. Oh, God damn it.
I think that's fucking awesome, actually.
Maybe one of them has a Scottish voice. And one of them's name is
Looks like Mel
William.
Gibson.
Yeah. Okay. Or it could go Russell Crowe Gladiator style. What is it? Marcus Aurelius? Anyways. Well, Braxos will join your cause.
That's good.
Yes.
Insight then? Like,
if you wish.
I would like to check that as well.
If you wish to see if he's telling the truth. Okay.
15, but I don't know if I can take 10 on that one. I need to read.
Got a 22.
Oh, I'm not proficient in that one. 15.
Ooh.
22.
Ooh. I got a 26.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah. 22, 26. These creatures, although they might not be constrained to the ideals of mankind, as it were, like what's good, what's evil, what's truthful, binding words, they definitely seem to want to help. And who knows? With time, perhaps they could be considered loyal. But it does seem truthful into what it's saying, that it wants to help.
there's 6 of them.
5.
5 of them. Can you generate 5 names real quick? And then Atlas is going to recommend that they... well, they're in cages, so they don't want to be big
Our
human.
names. You can call us whatever you wish. Assign us a name. If you wish us to be more normal.
So you've already... I feel bad for you. I actually have pity for you because you're messing up on step 1 of freedom. You get to choose your own name. That's the point.
I've been called Braxos. I will be Braxos.
Perfect.
One guy goes, hey, I've been called William once. I'll be William. Freedom. Other guy's name's Wallace.
Yeah.
No.
The other one's Walls.
No,
And then also to the party who was like listening to Atlas talk about that, like freedom is actually a really big deal to him. You do know that he was a prisoner for a very long time. He was tortured and stuff like that, right? So he believes everything he's saying. And when he mentions the pity about them asking for a name, like that's genuine. Yeah, that's probably the most emotional you've kind of seen Atlas in a bit.
What's your name?
Atlas. Atlas Sertova.
Sertova. I'll be Atlas, one of them says.
Atlas. Okay. Oh, God. Oh,
that guy's going to get killed by mistake by somebody.
Turns out this entire time, there's been a doppelganger among us.
It was me.
Okay, guys, real quick. Remember, I can hold my breath on the potato, right? So this motherfucker can't do that. Just look out for that. Okay, so we can get all the names later.
Okay.
I'll let him out if everyone's ready for that. And then we want
They're
them
not
to be
armed. We are.
Scatter. No.
I'm faster than they are. Human males, right? That we're looking for. Like
You're right there, buddy.
they could be children or human males are stronger to pull crates, or are they the same strength no matter what they are? How's that work?
They're the same. Their physical stats don't change.
Okay, cool. These are little children just holding cannonballs.
Yeah, William comes up to you. Hey, what do you want us to be like? Look like? I'm from a different region. I'm not from whatever the Braxos guy is. I'm a different sect of a doppelganger.
Is there any like pictures on these forgeries? Of different people?
No, they're just general descriptions and the insignia and whatnot.
What kind of check would it be to like draw a fake sketch that's pretty good?
Just go ahead and do performance.
And he ends up with some like 2-dimensional sketch.
Eyes up here. Like, yeah. You what do you wanna? Who are you drawing?
I'm gonna draw them each a different humanoid of a fairly attractive man that's fairly built.
You
They look
see
at you
them
like
all
a-
take on separate images, and these are very handsome men. They don't have clothes on, and they're just dongs hanging in the wind.
Like that, Tyler has
Actually
made the
making
first
it there, weren't
Chippendales.
Yeah, it's a harem. It's the opposite of a harem, whatever that would be.
We went with the
I
wrong.
think actually harem is the
Harem,
strong
yeah.
proper term.
Hello.
Alice has
Friends.
regrets, but
Is there like any basic robes still in this area that aren't super culty?
Oh
we got
yeah.
all the House Sarah's guard stuff, right? Like we
Yeah,
could-
they've got the guard clothes.
Oh yeah, they got guard clothes.
Yeah, then we can
You
clothe
want us
them.
to
They
wear
look like
this?
guards.
I wear
Sweet.
this. There's no
Do
problem.
we want to burn that yet? As I'm trying to figure out if we want commoner clothes or what do we want. Because Atlas actually does have a wardrobe too. I actually have a series of clothes, enough for 5 men, but they would be wearing my identity's clothes, and we're already down to a bad path because one of them just tried to take my name. So I'm not sharing my
tried.
clothes yet.
Took.
It took. I think the guard stuff is fine for right now. Can we not wear insignia? Can we remove the insignia so that
Yeah, you
they're
could just-
really
you could just
clearly
put
guard clothes?
guard gear on so they look like mercenaries.
Let's do that.
Yeah, so they don their clothes. The kids are like a little worried, but they've just kind of been huddled in a group. You know, they trust that you're going to lead them out of here. And what are you doing with the kids, by the way? Are you taking them to the temple as well with the vampire child?
I kind of want to take him to the Baron King.
Oh.
He might be able to use them. Urchins.
Well, that's
You
not
could
rude.
feed to blow them.
I
Or
was
we
like,
could take it back to
I
our
don't know.
country and have more citizens. That's up to you.
I am
They
okay
are
with taking them
orphans.
to the Baron King to find out what Baron King would do with them, but I refuse to give them a lifetime of just alternate slavery, right?
Yeah.
I can't go with alternate slavery.
I feel better dropping them off at, like, the orphanage.
They can come to the church with the vampire kid and be like, listen, we're here on two
Oh, that's a
very
good
different
idea, because the
deliveries."
little married girl's probably going to want to find out what happens with him. Their brother and sister or something, right?
Well, they're as close as they can get. Like, they grew up together in the
Okay.
orphanage.
Yeah, let's take him to the church, too.
That orphanage, was that the orphanage in Devon?
No. The one they're from is they were being they were selected from the orphanage in Turin, which is in Torboxel.
So that's where our vampire lady flew off to?
That's your best guess.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Where did Natasha flee to?
Torboxel?
Okay, yeah, okay. I think we knew that actually.
Yeah, you knew that was probably a suggestion. It's probably
We knew where she lived. We have the location of 3 of her houses. Like we know where. I don't remember.
yeah. One's
What's
in
the content?
Devon. Yeah.
We know where they're roughly at. Like we could find them. We know the name and address ish. If that makes sense.
Look for a spooky house with dead trees, and you're probably going to find it, and wolves nearby.
Yeah, the corpse of her old lover.
Yeah.
Still with the rope around his neck.
Yeah. Oh,
Aenos
Jesus.
is not dead, man. He's right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, the lover prior to Aenos. You're right. Aenos is the last one. Okay. I think we're all set.
Still in love.
Do we keep exploring, guys, or do we sleep here?
Well,
Those crab things are pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Crab people.
I don't know
There's-
if I
Just
run into
saying,
more of
I
those.
just saw an entrance from underwater to right here.
That sounds
Yeah.
bad.
Potentially use that.
All right, let's keep hoofing, right?
All right, so
yeah,
you
I'm
guys
good for now.
go back up. You get the doppelgangers to carry some of the crates. The children stay away from the doppelgangers. They kind of hold by your side. You put the...
They're carrying crates too.
Oh, Jesus.
There's only one crate that's not accounted for the doppelgangers carry.
The vampire child does not break free from the rope of restraint,
Yeah, so
And
who's holding that guy?
but he does try to bite you and try to suck your blood whenever you get close. But you got a firm hold on him, and as long as he doesn't accidentally fall on you and bite your ankle or something, he's probably not going to be able to.
We bag him too, right?
Oh,
'Cause we're gonna
yeah,
take him
you
into
can bag
sunlight. Yeah, we're bagging him.
Bagging him, scoop him.
He does need a breathing. No, he doesn't breathe. Never mind. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's good.
Put him in the bag of holding. He's fine.
Oh, that's.
No, I'm joking. That
I
might
could
not
do
work.
that. We could do that, guys.
So you have the child. You go up. You continue down the tunnels. You're able to find your way back to the original point, which I don't have the.
Find the thieves' camp symbol or whatever.
Yeah. You find the thieves' can't symbol, and you go down another hour, 2 hours. You're starting to get pretty tired, but the acrid smell starts hitting your nose of sewage.
Like sewer?
Yeah, of sewer. I guess you guys are
Ew,
starting to
gray
guess
water.
that you're pretty close to town. In fact, you are probably underneath the town, and the sewers are just up ahead. Do you guys wish to continue forth to the sewers and go up, try to find an exit, and head out?
I'm all up for trying to wrap it up if we can, like get out of here
Yeah,
if we
okay.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No real. Let's see. Well, with
Perception?
with
Can we,
cricket,
like, keep a
with
lookout?
cricket, there you've been in Devon before, and your memory's not fucked up. You can just the way, and Alice too. It's just the way cities' sewers usually run. You're able to find an exit or an entrance, whichever way you want to view it. A grate that goes up. Part of it goes back out to sea, but you find a stairwell that goes up to a manhole type cover. And you're able
I got
to...
pretty good strength. I'll try and lift it.
Yeah, no problem. You guys do it. It is nighttime. You're looking around. It's probably around 7 p.m. You do know that you're supposed to play at Bill's bar right around now. You have that little deal with him.
The concert.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You do that. You're like, oh fuck, it's been
Missed the
such a long
dance.
day. Because you missed the yesterdays because you're journeying to the lighthouse. But you do remember you were
So much
supposed
for
to
that
play.
money.
There at Bill's bar.
Well, fuck the show.
Yeah,
But the show must
apologize
go
to
on.
Bill.
yeah. People on
Feels
that bought
bad.
tickets
I
via
love the
StubHub are
show,
going to
but
be pissed.
goddamn.
Send one of the doppelgangers to go play at the show in your place.
How do I do this? He was so good the other night. What happened to him? Oh, he's on those fucking uppers, man. He thinks it sounds great. Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? You're all now. People were kind of like, "What the fuck?"
I think we should probably bring the bagged child to the church first, because that's probably the most suspicious looking thing we have on us.
Exiting the sewers of children and these people in guard-like mercenary uniforms now. Good thing they changed. Just handsome, very handsome men. In fact, as you're walking down the
Why would
street,
such
several
attractive
young
men be in the
ladies
sewer?
are taking notice, and they just
Such sexy man.
they're just like,
I don't know like how like with the church, like in this particular town, like if there's like guard on staff there or if they have like paladins there, like I don't know that, but I feel like walking in there with crates full of like forged documents is probably not solid.
That's probably
Who
true.
could sit with them
Some of
outside?
us could stay on the outside, and
split the
then
party.
me and Constance could go inside with the kid.
Yeah, that works.
I
We can, like,
forge
wait around the
transfer
corner or
papers.
Atlas, roll a perception check for me.
Yes, sir. I can make forgery papers for the transfer that makes it okay with that side. That was an 18 plus something.
Yeah, okay. You're
18.
getting the crates out there discussing the church plans.
22.
You see a symbol.
Oh, a symbol.
Is it the symbol that? What's the symbol?
It's like the half rising sun with 2 lines under it.
Oh, dang. Symbol.
If you remember,
That's kind of like what it looks like when you have inspiration.
like that. Remember that? We talked about
I'm
it.
trying to get back to the right window. Did you draw it somewhere?
It's on roll 20.
Yeah, it's on roll 20.
I don't see it. I'm in roll 20, but anyways.
You don't see it.
I don't.
It's on the map. Here, let
Is
me.
it near the gold circle?
It says this symbol with a line drawn to it, but let me change it back.
Are you on the GM layer by chance?
No, it's on objects
I
and
see it.
tokens. Yeah, everyone else
yep.
sees it.
Poke. Sorry, I mean I don't want to slow down the flow.
No,
but I don't
it's just
see it.
on the
But
map.
I kind of remember. I remember what you're talking
But it's like
about.
it's basically 3 lines and then half sun and then 3 lines going out. You see
Okay.
that symbol?
Does my brain hurt, or
Not
am I
yet.
just intrigued? Is
You're
it a
intrigued.
thieves' can't symbol or like a nice one? Like
It's a nice
stone?
one. It's a nice one.
It-
but it triggers something in your mind. You just feel odd.
Okay, so can I don't know what you want me to roll, but
No,
basically what I want
don't have to roll
I
anything.
want well, what I'm trying to figure out is that marking just unique to this place because it's a church, so it has religious affiliation, or is that the marking where I should have met her?
That
Or
is almost like a code for you. You know that. But something has broke in your mind. It doesn't seem to have the effect it used to be, but you see it again.
okay.
And then again.
But is it religious? And I asked Cassidy, like, what does that symbol mean?
There is no symbol, Cassidy.
Oh, he's seeing shit again.
What are you talking about, mate? There's nothing there.
Brain
Motherfucker.
aneurysm incoming.
Can I touch it? Can I get up close to it? Like, where is it at? Or is it up high?
Yeah. You touch stone in Constance. You see him just like touch this stone. And it's just stone.
I'll draw with my finger in the dirt the same symbol, and I ask him what it is.
Okay. So you look at the symbol, Constance. There's no religious connotation for it.
Sorry, friend. I don't know where to begin on that one. Maybe it's something only you know. You just forgot that you knew.
Is the church special then, or okay?
Oh, it's not even. You're not even at the church yet. This is on your way. You know.
This is just a random building, or
yeah. It's just a random building, and then you see it again on another building, and again, and you're the only one that apparently can see this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Okay. Well, I tell everybody I'm trying to keep it together, but I keep seeing it. And last time I dealt with this, I had a brain aneurysm, and Jacques had to save my life, and Cassidy had to save my life. So appreciate that.
Maybe also stay close to the crate that has the diamonds in it in case he just keels over again.
It's just a quick grab.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, it's just it doesn't seem to be evoking anything other than confusion and a slight rage.
And Cricket doesn't know anything about it either.
Oh, yeah, I know. Never seen it
Nobody
before in
does.
his life.
Is there anything else I'm missing on asking questions here, Matt? Like some other way I could be dealing with this, or just note that I'm starting to see this?
You're just
crop up?
starting to see it.
Does it taste like anything?
He goes up licking the wall. Snozberries taste like snozberries.
Comes away with just like glass in his tongue from granite or whatever. Okay, cool. I'm following behind. Who has the kid? Who has the vampire kid?
I
Okay.
assume I do, but
Is Cassidy doing the talking too?
Cassidy should do the talking in the church. I'm
That's what
not
we're doing first,
religious. I'm just holding it.
Okay.
Okay.
you're holding it.
So you approach the what the fuck? Hold on. Oops.
I'm gonna write that symbol down on paper that I have, like amongst my forgery set. And I'm wondering if I could weaponize this against Gadriel. So that's actually the thought of him having of writing it down.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's doing this to me, maybe it'll do that to her. So
Yeah. Sounds good. All right, you guys approach the church. It is nighttime, and there. Constance, you would know this about the church. The majority of the paladins and clerics come out of Torvoxel. That is where the theocracy of all the religion in Colas reside. It's all the bases for religion reside there. Like all the headquarters and stuff like that, because Torvoxel became a theocracy that kind of vowed to not serve one man, but rather the gods. And so any paladins that are sent are usually sent from Torvoxel itself. You know, the last time you were here, there was a cleric and a couple acolytes in the Temple of Palor. There wasn't much else other than some empty pews. But this time, there seems to be a guard individual in plate armor. He's not blocking an entrance, but he's just kind of eyeing what traffic there is on the street at this hour. Yeah, that's what you see as you approach. And he eyes you. He says, "May the light shine on you, friend. What brings you with such baggage?" He sees the kid like, or he sees the bag squirming.
Ho, friend. We, may the light constantly shine upon you as well. Are you with the temple?
I am. I was brought here from Torvoxel not but 2 days ago. I finally arrived,
well
and
met.
I am here for added security and faith in our fellow church of Palor here.
That is absolutely fantastic. I motioned to everyone behind me. We were asked to do I was asked to accompany a group of individuals, my friends and I, and we to go into the sewers to make sure there were no nefarious going-ons. And we happened across these kids were locked in cages. The guards here that are with us are from the town, and they were charged with being with us for our protection. And it's a good thing too, because the creature that had them caged fled. So be diligent this night. This one here has been afflicted by what I can only surmise as some form of vampirism, and I was hoping to seek counsel on how to take care of him best. Plus, these children here need a place to stay. Could you help ever so much in the the Son All-Father's faith? Could you be ever so accompanying?
Okay, so there's a couple. Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage, though. Being that you are a cleric of the light yourself.
All right. Ooh.
You can have a bardic inspiration. That's a D10.
Okay. I don't say ooh is a bad thing. I don't know that I need it. I'll use it anyway. So that's a 4. You said advantage?
Yes.
Nat 20.
Yeah, okay.
On the blue.
Nice.
So 24 persuasion, which is a lot.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's, I mean, seriously, that's enough.
Yeah,
Camera's
that's
a little too high, by the way.
yeah. It is a troubling story, my friend. I'm not one to judge the validity of it. I mean, there are ancient stories telling of vampires, but I mean, there's not been one seen in that much long time. But
then
that is
lift
not
the veil and see for yourself.
That is not for me to judge. I believe your story. It's just strange. Vampires are things of legend that have not been around for centuries, as far as I know. As far as the light knows. But these creatures down below, it's a very disturbing story. I will escort you in to see the High Chaplain. Well, the High Chaplain here, not the actual High Chaplain. But come with me. We will find a place for these children too. They could serve the light well. Be re-educated in the ways of Palor.
Did we split out the party like just these two are going, right?
Yeah, you two are on the
What'll
street
happen?
guarding our shit with the doppelgangers.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys go in. And unveil the creature. The High Chaplain looks very disturbed at the sight. And he brings his he has this golden silk robe on, and he kind of brings it up, like the hand kind of droops down, and he just kind of uses that to hold his nose and say a prayer to Paylor.
I need a young priest and an old priest.
I do not. This child has obviously seen better days. I think there is no hope for it, unfortunately. It is a sad time when these stories become true to life. I'm curious how this creature became, as it would be, a vampire. It is definitely undead. The necromantic ways, for the most part, have been lost. You know, so I'm curious how this one was created. But we will see what Paylor has in store. Perhaps in the morning we will perform a rite and purify this one's soul.
That's pretty much why I brought them to you. I knew that your powers far surpass mine.
He looks you over.
He's like, the fuck?
I think you are too modest. I can see the light shining from every corner of your being.
You are far too kind.
And
the
he looks
All-Son Father.
closer at your eyes. He nods. My apologies.
No need for apologies, sir. I will get out of your way, though. My friends and I have pressing issues. But please, do the best you can for these children, and I'll check in before our next run
Yes,
to make sure that everything is fine.
I will look after all. I will look after all of them. May the light guide and shine upon your path, as I know it will.
Yours as well.
All right.
I assumed I took everything off of him anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because they have their own bindings.
Yeah. You can.
They
dismiss
also have
the
Paladin Brew right next to us. I'm sure he
so
can.
I don't think. Well, these guys are a lower level than you.
Yeah.
They seem capable of dealing with one vampire spawn child.
It's more like they might be lower level, but there's more of them than me. So
Yeah. And
me trying to do it,
they got it.
I feel like I would tax myself.
Broke up a bit there, but I understood what you're saying. So you guys exit the Church of Paylor. The children no longer a burden to you. You seem to have dropped them off, you think, in fairly good hands. But yeah, where to next, guys?
Rusty Dag.
Rusty Dag? Okay. You guys start walking throughout to the Rusty Dag without an issue. You say the password, you're able to go down in there. And let's see. The Baron King, unfortunately, is not there at the moment.
Well, he'll be back soon then, or should we come back at a later date?
Perhaps tomorrow evening.
Right then.
Or maybe late tonight. He does like to do those late night drunken gamblings.
Well, sooner is better than later. We have things to do. We could just drink up at the bar upstairs. We're down here.
Did we leave the other children at the church?
Yeah, all the
Yes.
children.
No,
are
you
at-
brought. We did.
Yeah,
Yes.
all the children are at the church.
I think that we have them haul these crates down these stairs, and we have some drinks and food and merriment for living while we wait. That's just my idea.
Okay. Doesn't seem like anyone else is opposed to that. So
Yeah, no, sounds good.
It's fine. I'm just wondering if that was my chance to pick up a little child super soldier assassin
yeah,
and protege.
you've got doppelgangers, man.
Could have had a
Sure do.
vampire.
I was thinking, I'm a little bit worried. Like, so they're handsome, I get it, and the girl staring. However, Atlas has great charisma too, so he's offended. But with that said, I don't know if we should have them be impressive men. Like, I actually think we want a little bit of like equality in this group, because otherwise we look like a fucking army. Like, we all look very powerful, and then we also have 5 henchmen, right?
Yeah,
who
you don't
also look-
want to show strength. I mean, I thought that was the MO.
I guess
I'm
touche.
feeble and frail, man. Like, you don't gotta worry about me sticking out. I'm just pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pretty too. But yeah, these guys.
These guys are like off the
Plus,
book.
we lied to the guards earlier, saying we had a military force. This works.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're correct. Yep. Because also we can't sneak around in this town. We've already kind of.
Well,
blown
these
it
guys
for
are
whatever
also
reason.
super handsome. They're not the best of words.
So they're dumb.
They're
They're dumb and pretty.
the dumb and
Well,
pretty.
Love it.
They're not going to be very good
They
spies.
could toss a football real far.
But they,
No
That's-
offense. Football players are smart sometimes.
I mean, if they're great spies though, Anos, then top. Hopefully, that would be the goal. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like we have 2 of the group. Temporary quick break, I suppose, if you need more
Okay.
water.
I guess I will be right back.
Oh man, this is going great so far. I didn't even expect you guys to do anything with the frickin' doppelgangers. That's interesting. I totally thought you guys would kill them.
Never dangle that carrot, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Doug's back.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I've been having some difficulties with everybody.
Yeah. Let me, I could change the region again, see if that helps. Let me do that. We'll see. This is the one that we were initially having issues with, but...
like I was like a week ago. I was streaming with while talking with some friends, and the U.S. Central was having problems, and we switched to South, and that was working all right.
That's the one we're on now. But that's the one we were on
Yeah.
at the beginning of the session, too. I changed this to Central earlier. But I really have to find this map. Well, I don't. You guys might not even encounter it. I don't know. It depends what you guys want to do. It sounds like you guys are chilling at the Rusty Dag, though, is what it sounds like.
Like I'm trying to remember like how I was talking to Lydia's servant guy.
Cillian Rye?
Yeah. At where was it again that he said like when, where, how was going to be the way that I could speak with him again?
Well, he's usually at the Rusty Dag.
Okay, yeah. I would definitely see if he's there when we are there, when we get there.
Let me... Not tonight.
Gotcha.
It appears. And I did already get the map. I just spaced it. We'll see though if we even need it. Oh, it does have a grid. That's very interesting. Waiting for Zach. Align the grid. Align the grid. Yeah, it works out good enough.
Is that motherfucker who was playing my violin last time I was here?
No, he's not.
Okay.
That motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
And he looks just like you. He was a doppelganger too.
God damn.
Oh, man.
And he sounds like William Wallace.
I'm William Wallace. Everyone's fucking William Wallace.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
That would be good. It's like they all look identical and they all seem like Spartacus.
Oh, never give me ideas. Actually, I think I just, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know what I was drinking. Water. I was drinking water, and we now have a William Wallace doppelganger.
What's in your water? You want to give that check?
Laramie water. It could be uranium.
Yeah.
It'd be uranium. You got that uranium fever. It's coming.
That's why all the mice around here glow.
All right, so you guys are at the Rusty Dag now, waiting and starting to drink. Is that that's the general census, right?
Yeah.
All right. You know, so people start piling in. One person goes, "Man, there sure was a big crowd over at the Bill's bar today." Yeah, you know, they had a new performer there. Did real well. I can't believe there's a line out the door. Even Bill's bar. I had to hire a couple guards too. Last I heard, they're still waiting over there. Yeah, fuck them. Let's get drunk. Yeah, let's get drunk. I could do some music. Maybe let's pop over there in about 30 minutes. Hey, yeah, it sounds good to me. All right, cool. Bartender asks, "What can I get you?" Strong silent type tonight, huh?
Right now my character's just like, oh fuck.
Just like
I'll take some wine if you have it.
Sure. We have red or white.
Actually, you know what? I'll just take
us a-
some. Yeah, I'll just take some whiskey. Fuck the wine.
Fair enough. Pours you a shot. It'll be 1 silver. All right. Any of the rest of you need anything?
I'll take a shot in a brew, mate, and keep him
Shot
coming.
and a brew. All right. It'll be 1 silver and 1 penny, please.
Here's a gold. Like I said, keep him coming.
Fair enough.
I've
you
got to
have...
wash this taste of sewer out of my mouth.
Yeah, you have a shot and you down the beer. How fast do you want to drink? How drunk do you guys want to get? That's the question. Who's drinking?
I wanted like a
You know what?
glass of whiskey with ice in it, and I'm just gonna sit and sip on it. I'm not like chugging or anything. I'm sipping on this.
Okay.
All right, Burgess, I just rolled a 74%.
Okay. So pretty fucking drunk.
So out of 100, does that hint?
Yeah. You're
I want to drink until I can't feel feelings.
there.
All right.
30 minutes go by, and you guys are looking over, and Consta's just like, shot, beer. 5 minutes pass, shot, beer. He's had about 4 rounds of those.
I'm good.
And it's hitting him right about now.
Good.
I just kind of get a flagon of meat or whatever and just find a corner.
All right. Easy enough.
I'm trying to think why Atlas would get drunk, but I think these glyphs are starting to really torture him a little bit. So he's gonna drink a little
Starting to see
heavier than
more
he
of 'em.
has.
Yeah.
some of these nights. So I'll be joining the
can we-
concert.
I am not gonna drink.
As I'm sipping my whiskey, if you go over there and start slamming pretty hard, Atlas, I'm just gonna ask, like, not intrusively, but as you're ordering, like maybe your second drink, just say, "Hey, is it really a good idea to get drunk before we try to negotiate with this guy that you all think is very important?"
Probably not. And he drinks his beer.
All right.
All right, it's gonna end poorly. I'm putting all of my faith into.
It's Cricket. It's really Cricket's contact. It's not me. Right?
Cricket.
So,
You know, you hear 30 minutes later that those guys that were like came in right around the same time that you see Constance start hiccuping, and it's that wet kind of hiccup. Where he's like, oh.
I thought I could.
And
handle
he's
my-
feeling
my
good.
drink
He's
a
starting to
little better
actually
than that.
just start leaning over a little bit, getting relaxed in his chair.
Yeah, I was going for like drinking until I was extremely
You are extremely comfortable now. In one more hour, you might not be comfortable. But
I
you're,
quit drinking.
yeah, you're okay. Yeah, so you're pretty comfortable. You kind of got those wet hiccups right now and wet burps going on.
I have filled like 3 ashtrays while I've been sitting here.
Yeah, smoking. Ugh. But Cricket, you see those guys are wondering about the music. Ah, well, you think we should have a Bill's bar? He never has anything good to drink. Music's supposed to be good. All right, yeah, okay. Let's go to Bill's bar. And the Rusty Dag is surprisingly calm tonight.
Man, if there's no music at Bill's bar, I'll burn the place down. I will.
I'm just hoping this
I will
doesn't
kill
change his.
Bill.
This doesn't change his mind on the silence that he's promised us.
Yeah, he's probably like, where the fuck is Bill's bar? But you know, it comes to a point where it's just you guys and the bartender.
So I guess I'll be like at the bartender, like, so did the king say what kind of business he was doing tonight? Entertainment, perhaps?
Yeah, he's supposed to go. I don't know, see some show. I don't know.
Well, boys, I think we should go to Bill's bar. That's okay.
I can-
Dramatic late entrance. I'm bloody. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, everyone's not looking great.
Yeah.
You know what? Just imagine you're from Guar, and that's how you're supposed to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
in Atlas's drinking commiseration, he's singling in on the word Obsidian Tower, which was spoken in one of his flashbacks, but he doesn't know anything about it, and he didn't really think about it up until this point. So now he's kind of fixated on that, and he's going to go with you guys, but he's going to ask, does anybody in the group know what the Obsidian Tower is? And he's kind of drunk. He's just like, you know what the Obsidian Tower is? Does anybody know? Anybody help me?
We make like a
It's
history
metaphor
check
for an
to see if we
intellectual
know that.
institution.
everyone can make a history check if they wish. They're trying.
If I do, I'm
Obsidian.
taking a disadvantage on.
Yeah, you should. You're drunk. You're like, oh,
I'm gonna do it
Obsidian
anyway
Tower.
because you
You
asked.
said history?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
21.
So I got a 19 and a 16. So
Nice.
with the 16, I still got a 20.
Nice.
I got a
beat you.
I got a 20 as well total.
Nice.
Oh, good collective team knowledge.
Only
here.
because I rolled a 19.
I got 18 plus 3.
Yeah, you guys are thinking about this Obsidian Tower. Obsidian Tower. I mean, there's a lot of black towers, you know, but none really stick out in your mind as being named the Obsidian Tower.
That's a Stephen King novel, right?
The Dark Tower
Dark
is.
Tower. Yep.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
Where's Sauron?
Atlas is unhappy with that as a
Goddamn
result.
Roland. In your
he says-
fucking tower.
He says library tomorrow. That's it, and then he's just gonna keep stumbling on the Bill's bar.
Oh shit, you're drunk too, huh? Okay.
I would not say as far. I'm not drunk hiccuping, but I definitely could not swing a sword during that. I should not be swinging.
I've only had the one meat, so I'm pretty.
You're past tipsy.
Okay.
But you're not having as difficult as a time moving, mostly because Constance is so comfortable in the chair. That chair at the bar stool, for some reason, was just hitting your buttocks just right, and it wasn't prying into them, and it was just such a long day. All you wanted to do was forget.
Right.
All you want to do was forget that there's aberrations in these fucking tunnels. The world is possibly being possessed. Someone, you don't fucking know what's going on. Jacques talked to you about this break in this seal into the far realm, protecting this world. There's fucking vampire kids. There's fucking kids we're going to be sacrificed. There's cults. You know, all these fucking shit. You just want to break from it all. And this bar stool is just so comfy. So Atlas, you're not there. You're not that far. But you're starting to get a little loose, you know? If you have another beer, I'll have you roll a constitution check.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get numb a little bit.
You're starting to.
Cognizantly numb. Right? Okay.
Yeah, you're starting to. You guys start making your way to Bill's bar, and man, there's a fucking line out the goddamn door.
We live here, motherfuckers. Let us in.
Let's go through the back door.
There is a back door, but there's a bouncer at the front door. Oh, who are you?
VIP, mate. I'm the entertainment. Sorry, I'm late.
Well, about fucking time.
If you can see my face, you might understand.
So did the crates and doppelgangers stay at the Rusty Dag?
They're wherever you want them to be.
I
know, I'm asking the group.
I think they're with us.
Yeah,
Okay,
I assume they would come with us.
Yeah, so
Do
these
we leave
people
the
are
crates
like...
behind?
No, I'm assuming it all came with us.
Okay, have the crates go to our room. Put the crates in the room. Doppelgangers hang out.
I'll take the crates and the doppelgangers to the room.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it.
Okay.
So the guard's just gonna let us in, right?
Ava's gonna come up there
whose
with
room
just in case
do you
the
want?
doppelgangers get smoked.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Whose room do you want in the treasure in?
We'll put it in me, Cricket, and Constance's room, and me and
That's a
Anos
really
will be up there with the
shock thing to
crates and
say.
doppelgangers.
What?
That's,
I mean, if I'm watching it, I want it to be in the room with my bed.
I'm being drunk Atlas right now.
I know.
That's a real shock thing to say.
It's like, I want it in my room. All right. So you go in, and there's this fucking people packed, you know, in there. Breathe, you know, standing room only type deal. Even the cocktail waitress, who Bill doesn't normally have, but for tonight, he did. The last time you played here, all the farmers that normally come here were just like, whoa, that boy sure plays a mean viola. I tell you what. Yeah, he sure does. Yeah. And the word got around. And after a no-show last night, the hype started to build. And Bill sees you. Oh, hey there, you cunt. What the fuck?
Mate, I almost died. But
You look like
the show
shit.
must go on.
Go to the back, and you get a nice bath, but 5 minutes. 5 minutes bath, all right? I don't know.
right.
I'm having trouble with the accent right now.
Okay.
Hey, bud. Any of you other buds want a drink?
You got to level set the accent with the hey bud.
Hey,
right?
bud.
Like, it's-
Hey, bud.
yeah, I'll take a drink. I'm here.
Hey.
I'm gonna go to my room and drop my shit off first. I'm gonna come back, just kind of relaxing a little bit. So.
Okay.
No.
No. I'm just curious.
Uh-oh.
No.
I keep my things. I don't believe you now. I don't feel comfortable at all. It's supposed to be my room. There's no doppelgangers in my room.
You're right there in shocks.
He walks in there, and just the one doppelganger that said he was Atlas is sitting in his bed. He looks just like Atlas. Time for me to beat Atlas.
I am Atlas. Okay. So
I keep my things and I stay around here with the beer.
Jacques and the doppelgangers, you guys are going to your room. You're dropping things off. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna keep an ear out in case something crazy goes out downstairs.
well, you are downstairs.
No, I'm upstairs with.
Yeah, I talked him into coming up with me. We're in
Okay,
the
so you
room
guys
with
are
Craig and
going
Doppelganger.
to your room. Bill's talking to Atlas and Cricket over there right now. Constance, you're just kind of in the back right now. Like, man, it's fucking packed in here. You're drawing people. This is not very comfortable. People are fucking pushing you. Like, fucking. But Bill's like, hey, bud, do you mind moving down there, eh? My buddy Constance here needs a place to sit. Oh, yeah. Go on. Get your ass out of the chair. Constance.
It's fine.
No, here
It's
you
fine.
go, bud. You're looking like you need a place to sit.
Bill, I'm looking like I need a fucking drink.
All right. Oi!
I sobered up between here and the other
I
bar.
need a fucking drink now. Oh, I got that for you, bud.
Just a drink. Just one drink. That's
There
all
you
I
go,
need,
bud.
Just one.
Make your bill special. Starts pouring
Sure.
this clear
It's
liquid.
The Bill special, is that where he pours me a beer and sticks his dick in it? Is that where we're going with here?
It's a big splash.
Just a regular beer.
It's just with his dick in it.
No, it's he pulls out this clear liquor and he pours this like thick cream in it too. And he's
God.
like, stirs it around. There you go, bud.
I'll take it.
El Deuterino for you.
Deuterino.
All
There are
right.
no white Russians in this world.
So,
'Cause there are no Russians.
Cricket, you're going to take a bath. Atlas, you
It's a
see
white dwarf.
Jacques and them go upstairs.
It's called white.
Bill's like, oh, hey, bud, you want a drink?
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
Oh, okay. One sec. Hey, you. And he points also to Jacques and them as you guys are approaching this guard. There's a fucking, like, bouncer guarding the staircase going up. And they see Bill, and he's like, yeah, go on.
But he pointed at me too, so that
Yeah,
the guard knows I
he was
can-
like, and then these guys are good to go up if they want.
Okay.
So
Nice.
anytime, feel free to go to your room if you want. But it takes them a minute or two. Jacques, you go. You set the things in the room.
Can I holler at Bill to send some food up whenever?
Okay, yeah.
10 people's worth of food.
Yeah, like enough for all of us, basically.
Well, hey, bud, we're run real low on food, but
Just whatever.
yeah.
Whatever and whenever. He doesn't have to rush it.
Fair enough. So Aenos, Jacques, you go to your room with the doppelgangers,
I guess. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We go to my room. With the
Oh,
doppelganger.
Alexander, you're in the other room.
No, I'm hanging out with him.
Jacques? Okay, you're hanging out with Jacques?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So you-
Atlas is by himself, I think.
Okay. Yeah, Atlas is by himself. All right, so you go in their room. Yep.
All right. I kind of just keeping. I'm sitting near the door, keeping an ear near it in case like a riot breaks out downstairs
Okay.
or something that he's
Door's
gonna have
open.
to cut his way.
I'm just small talking with the doppelgangers.
Okay, what are you saying?
Just basic, like nothing worth role playing, but just like
Okay.
tell me about you, what have you done, and
From the
I'm open
mountains?
with them if they ask about me too.
William's like, I'm from a place you'll never heard of before. It's rolling hills and castles abound. It's
It's called Scotland.
Hey, so you do know the place, eh? Yeah, no. Anyways, so the crowd start beating on the bar and everything, and they're like, "We'll help, because that's the name you're going by right now.
Big Willie.
Alice, what are you doing?
I don't know.
It I forgot that the last thing we did in your room, Atlas, was torture a person. I don't think we moved the furniture back. So that's a real grim thing to walk into.
He's still there.
But you're taking him to your room, right? I'm in the room with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You're like alone in your room that's been emptied except for one chair.
Well, he's
in the
not.
middle
He's
of
not
the
in his room yet.
I'm at the bar right now. I was going to go to my room, and then I decided not to anymore. But you're right. That's going to be really welcoming when I go back to my room.
Welcome home.
Chair.
Okay. So you're getting on stage. How do you want to present this? These people are ravenous.
They're
for
ravenous.
music.
So I cleaned up, but I only cleaned up to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Like, I actually still want to look fucked up.
Yeah, you look pretty fucked up. I mean, you guys.
I look pretty fucked up.
You
There's
guys
blood
are.
on my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm still health down. I didn't end HP up
Yeah.
at all. So I'm bleeding. And then I want to go into a pretty much epic ballad about fighting dragons and shit.
Oh yeah. That's fucking awesome.
So that's performance, right?
Yeah, go ahead with advantage.
This story happened to
With
me
advantage.
15 minutes ago.
So I got a nat 18, and I'm using Bardic Inspiration for this.
Okay.
I got a total of 41.
Jesus.
I don't think I've ever heard
Damn.
of that big in 5th edition.
That
Because
is.
I have a plus 13 to performance, so that's 31, and I rolled max
You.
on my Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. Good God, you
start
slay
playing.
this dragon.
Start playing the greatest song in the world.
This is not a tribute.
This is not a tribute. It is the greatest song in the world. And somehow the viewers are just in awe. They can almost see your hands become 4 hands as you play this viola with this mad passion. They can almost see the dragons coming out of it. You know, it is epic. And in the front, you see the Baron King just like jaw dropped. A tear starts shedding in his eye. Old adventurer in the back, like, where's the fucking dragon? It's fucking epic. Someone in the back yells "Free Bird." You're not quite sure what that is, but you instantly start going. You know, you start fucking playing "Free Bird" all of a sudden as well. You go into a variety of songs. Meanwhile, upstairs, somehow, with the crowd being as raucous as it is, and what the song he's playing now is only a sliver as epic as what's going on downstairs. Like, somehow he's making all these sounds coming out of his fucking viola. But it's pretty fucking, maybe not quite as epic, but it's fucking epic. Over the crowd, you hear them. You hear this music. It's fucking beautiful. This is the most greatest song you've ever heard. Atlas, what are you doing at the moment?
In fucking awe, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of enjoying it. I was actually kind of down in the dumps, right? Self down in the dumps, and Cricket pulls me out. I'm feeling pretty inspired.
Yeah, I will say. Everyone that can hear the song gains. It is almost as if you are giving someone has cast heroism on you. You are immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points. Let's say it gains. What's your spellcasting modifier?
I will tell you.
Charisma.
It is charisma.
Plus
So
five.
where on the street thing do I see that?
Well,
It's
spellcasting
charisma.
Modifier +5.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't sound right. Your proficiency bonus is a +4, and your charisma should be something higher than that.
Well, it's equal to your
my
spellcasting
spellcasting
ability
modifier,
modifier, not the actual.
Oh, okay.
Then it's the modifier is just +5.
Yeah. So
Okay.
everyone gains 5 temporary hit points. At the start
That's
of
the entire bar too.
yeah, that's the
Everyone here.
entire bar. And we'll say this lasts for like 10 minutes after you stop playing.
Everyone's feeling brave. Let's go.
Everyone's
storm,
fucking
let's
super
go get
stoked.
House Saris right now. You want to go get House
storm
Saris?
the
You want to go
Bastille.
get House Saris?
You guys
Let's go storm
upstairs
the gates.
are like
You guys want to storm the gates? Let's storm the gates.
You
Trying
guys
to
are-
turn the crowd.
you guys
Kill the
upstairs
king!
are even like, man, this is fucking insane. I didn't know you could play that well. But yeah, the bar loves it. You also gain.
Sorry,
From
you said
the-
we gained 5 temporary?
5
or
temporary. Yep.
5, okay.
That regain at the start of each of your turns for the next 10 minutes. So with donations and stuff, Cricket, you gain personally 600 gold pieces.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah.
Damn, that's like everybody in the town.
Like the Baron King threw in a hefty sum of that, but there's also a couple well-to-do merchants in there and whatnot that are throwing in, like 10 gold pieces here and there. But it's fucking intense. It's possibly the greatest feat of bardic inspiration that's ever occurred at Bill's bar, much less Devon. But
I
yeah.
can't believe this bar just opened today.
Well,
No one here heard of it before now.
with that, your performance comes to an end.
Now, everybody, I want you to know that Bill is a personal friend of mine.
Well, hey there, bud.
Oh, hey there.
Here's to you, Bill.
Okay.
Canadian that owns the bar.
He drinks some.
Well, it
Bill's
is, I'm
getting-
trying to get people to drink at Bill's bar. 'cause
Oh,
I fucking-
people are drinking at Bill's bar. Bill's making good money. Maybe a little bit too much because he's running out. He's running out of things. Bill's bar is gonna be closed for a couple days. But yeah, the song ends. A lot of people leave and they're just like in awe. You've definitely made a name for yourself in Devon, Wilhelm.
Could be good.
Yeah.
Maybe this is how we get invited to at the gala. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good in. So as performance died down, you still have heroism technically for the next 10 minutes after the performance ends. What's everyone doing? The Baron King sticks around.
I'm gonna go stay with the Baron King.
Yeah. Atlas, what are you up to?
I'll go sit down too at the table now that the performance is over
Okay.
with the Baron King and Cricket.
Okay, and Constance, you are now drunk
I'm
again.
Congratulations.
I never stop drinking.
That's all right.
You never stop being drunk if you don't.
William's
quit
down there. Hey, that's right. That's a true Scotland. No, sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rendezvous everybody else.
All right. Well, yeah.
Well,
Alexander and
once I
Jacques are
find my way
upstairs,
there.
But yeah, you go talk with Atlas and the Baron King and Cricket.
Yep. Go with them, not the ones. I can't make it upstairs.
Yeah, I fucking can't.
Actually, I grab a hold of like Atlas as he's walking by. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Actually, Atlas, make a Constitution save because you did have another drink.
Me?
Yeah.
I fail. I got 3 plus something. It's not good.
Yeah,
blind leading the
you are
blind.
drunk. You're not as drunk as your buddy over there, Constance, but you're drunk. You're slurring your words, disadvantage on ability checks, but immune to fear.
Nice.
And then you're just, you're pretty drunk. You're over there to the Baron King. So, What? I didn't know that you were the musician. You're muted there, bud.
I think
Man
it's
of
funny
many
'cause I
talents
couldn't-
there, my friend.
Hmm.
As you can see, that's why this instrument's so important to me.
I'm glad that you were able to win it back. That is a very special instrument indeed.
Now, I'm glad you enjoyed the show, but I think we have business to discuss. And we can wait till later.
Perception check, Atlas, too.
Perception?
Yeah. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, right?
Anyways, continue.
But I'll give him guidance.
There you go.
Since I'm touching.
Do I roll a d4? I take a disadvantage on guidance too, or is that
No, just
flat?
1d4.
No, just roll a d4. It's a spell. You don't take a disadvantage
Yeah.
on a spell.
You just
I
figure-
should, but I don't.
Constance's over there,
I got-
finger
I'm
gun.
not.
A 12 on perception. And with disadvantage, a 12.
There's this fucking guy, that bouncer guy, that's guarding the fucking. I'm just talking like this because this is kind of like your inner monologue right now. That guy over there, that fucking bouncer at the stairs. What a fucking prick! He's been on you all fucking night. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Baron King is. Sorry, what? I was distracted by the finger gunning.
Grief.
I was trying to say we have some business to discuss. Now we can wait till a little bit later and have some revelry now, or we can find somewhere private.
Well, I mix business and pleasure all the time.
I have one chair upstairs. Atlas adds to the conversation.
One chair.
Chair.
Well, I suppose my first question is did you happen to learn anything from our mutual friend that I introduced you to?
Tori, right? Oh no, the other
No,
person.
no,
Yeah, the
the
assassin.
other person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Sadly, I did not. She kind of died in the process.
Yeah, those things tend to happen.
She was very roughed up, but what you gathered from her, I think, was the most we were going to gather. She,
Or insight on him with disadvantage.
all
I
right.
just want to know that she's dead.
You're just
Okay,
like
that's a
looking at it.
4.
I
so,
can't even.
yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
even fathom what it.
She's
insight
fucking
is.
dead.
Yep.
You
We
believe.
completed that job he gave us.
So I assume that you went through the tunnels, yes?
Yes, we did. You had a bit of an infestation down there with monsters.
I must
And those are dead.
apologize to you. It was not fair of me to ask such a thing and honestly betray your trust in such a way.
Well, we'll get to that part. I think it's important to tell a story.
Tell me this story, then.
So we went through these tunnels. It was no big deal. We killed some monsters. We've had some trouble with them before. Whatever. But there was a more nefarious element, say, down there.
Nefarious elements. He's starting to get a little drunk too, but he's like, okay, continue.
So there were some cultists. They may have been killing children to become aberrations. Now, I believe
What?
that might be tied to our mutual enemy, but I'm not sure.
This is heavy shit.
Those poor children were turned into fucking vampires.
We found some of your supplies.
Our people are probably like,
Atlas,
vampires.
yes,
Vampires.
he speaks the truth.
What? More people start like, vampire. It's very good.
I'm like-
Get the
I'm like
fuck
over on
away.
one of I'm at one of the chairs. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
Atlas
like,
hears Atlas
So-
hears with his mind. He speaks the truth, but you just kind of throw up on yourself a little bit.
He speaks the he speaks the truth. You know. Yeah.
Tell him, Atlas, you know you saw your
What
damn
languages
self.
does the Baron King, by the way?
What's that?
What languages does the Baron King speak?
Oh, he's speaking common right now.
Yeah, but what can he speak?
You're not sure?
I'm gonna ask him.
With enough time and practice, I can speak any language you want me to speak. Oh,
I'll be right back.
okay.
Where does it say my languages? There they are.
Atlas
I'm
starts
gonna-
shushing a baby
I'm
that doesn't
gonna-
exist.
Say a couple of words to him in Abyssal and see if he understands me at all.
That's a very strange tongue.
I know that one too.
Constance pipes up. I've heard it before, but I don't know it at the moment. If that makes sense.
Try Dwarvish.
He speaks back in
that
perfect Dwarvish.
All right. I'm going to explain to him that we also found some of his supplies.
Bill's patting you on the back there, Constance. Hey, everybody. Bar's closed, eh? No more booze. Ran out. He does
Sorry,
send...
I drank it all.
He does send the cocktail waitress up with some breads and cheeses. Yep.
Perfect.
And marmalades.
Marmalade.
Nom. Apricot.
Apricot.
But you found some of my shipments. Well,
Yes.
Fuck, that's... Did you look in them?
Yes.
Did you like what you saw?
You dirty little bastard.
Yes.
One second. So the... Yes. Well, let me inspect.
I think that's fair. It belongs to you, after all.
I mean, I'm just curious how much you recovered. You could tell me.
We're speaking Dwarvish still.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll give him the list. I'll tell him everything that was there.
It's unfortunate that you didn't cover my residuum. But there's... What do you wish is your reward? Let me ask you that.
Well, a cut would be nice, for one.
Finder's fee.
I definitely want one of those.
You don't speak
bottles for
Dwarven,
myself.
Atlas.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. You two are talking about what's being said.
I can relay it to him. I speak that
Yeah, I know.
So
So
like we're talking a foreign language, so everyone else doesn't know. And Constance is just translating the comment.
He's just yelling it.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Like, yeah, your illegal goods for you.
So a cut would be nice. I want a bottle. And I mean, I think that we might need your assistance with a situation.
Atlas is just shifty eyeing both of them. He doesn't know what's going on, just staring at the both of them.
You have my attention.
I'll just
and
tap you on the
my
shoulder and be like,
cooperation.
"You got this."
Well, we have a problem with a local of these parts. You might know him as Fulton.
I do know this one, yes.
Now, is there any way that you could facilitate a impromptu meeting between him and us?
I could certainly try.
Well, that's all I can really ask, besides a cut.
Let's... As for your cut first, go ahead when I look at it. The money you can keep. Silk is a treasured commodity. I wish to keep that. The liquor, instead of 1 bottle, you may have 5. 1 for each of your companions. After all, you all, and he looks around, have done an amazing job for me.
He says we get to drink some more, Atlas. Woo!
I don't even drink that much.
You drink so much.
Becky, I swear I didn't have that much to drink.
I don't even drink that much.
I'm an air genasi, not a booze genasi.
As for
Well,
the potions, keep all 4. You seem like you will be needing them more than many others. I will need my forged documents. And you may keep the best pieces, worth up to 1,000 gold total of the jewelry and jewels that you find fitting.
We want the diamonds.
You want the diamonds. You may have 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds. Then. No.
What are they saying? He says to Constance.
But the insignia of the houses, the forged documents, the silks, and half of the liquor is mine.
I'll spit on my hand and stick it out to shake.
That is a more than fair share. Yes? Okay. All right. And he also hands you a writ.
Ooh, a writ.
Yeah. Saying that you can essentially go to the a merchant, this merchant house, the Golden Circle, or let's see, where was it? Eminence, Gray Eminence, World Lore, blah 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 blah. The Foreland Trading Company. Go there, and they will also give you 1,000 gold from his accounts. This is I hope, a start of a beneficial relationship.
I hope so too, my sir.
I will look into this cult as well. Should you need any help with them, I will try to give what aid the barony can afford.
Now, there's one more thing you can do for me.
And what would that be?
You're a man of information. So if you
That's right.
ever hear of a woman named Maria that is involved in this organization...
He said Maria. I heard that. Maria.
If you heard of
Couldn't slip that by him.
Yeah, the Baron King kind of looks at Constance and Atlas. Oh, they're drunk. Yeah.
if you hear anything about her in our mutual organization, I would appreciate any sort of correspondence.
I will look into it. He looks at you. Well, let's go break open those fine bottles of liquor, shall we?
Let's.
And he looks at Atlas and Constance. If you would like some fine liquor. It's probably the finest you've had in a long time. Yeah.
I'm actually going to give my bottle to Bill.
Okay. Yeah, it's fucking pricey.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's probably the finest bottle he'll have.
His bottles are typically like he paid 1 gold piece for, type deal. But thank you, bud.
Honestly,
I
Alex,
think your business will blossom rather well.
Okay. Well, in which case you guys go upstairs. The guard kind of looks at you, Atlas, as you go by.
I'll just tap him on the shoulder as I go by him and say, he said you're really pretty.
Too drunk. Brain not working.
Yeah.
And then
Brain not working.
I'll drag my bed back into the room.
Constance, he looks at you and goes, yes, with these rotted teeth. Very strong.
That's right.
Alright, I'll head back to my room then, I guess.
Oh, well, the Baron King comes up to your... You're going to head out to the across the hall?
Yeah, I think I would.
Okay. Well, the Baron King comes up. Atlas, you said you're just going to retire to your room, right?
Yeah.
All right.
When he opens the door to our room, I am currently using Mage Hand to levitate my sword, and I'm sparring with myself with my staff.
Okay.
At least it didn't sound like what you were about to say.
So he opens the door.
Mage Hand to satisfy myself.
Alexander,
He's
you're
like,
about...
What's happening there?
You're about to head out because you're just tired of Jacques, like, sparring with himself.
Sparring.
Atlas. 1 second. You see this sigil again on the door. Alexander, everyone else is going off into the other room. You see Atlas standing at the door, staring at the sigil as he's about to open it. The door, Atlas, you begin to open it. Alexander, you actually see this sigil. He's looking at it, and he's drunkenly opening the door. And this is carved into the door with a, seems to be a knife.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get to order of operations here. So I've come in, I have already been in the room, and now I'm seeing this, or
well, you haven't gone in the room yet.
Okay,
you've been in Jacques' room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlas was kind of stumbling up the stairs. The Baron King and everyone else went to the room that you and Jacques are in. At this point, you left to go with go into your room that you and Atlas are roomed in.
I'm going to go just stand in the hall. I'm not following them, but if there's that many people in this room and they're drunk,
it's a big room actually. You have the biggest room. I'll actually show you the room.
When the Baron King turns on us and turns into a mind flayer.
Yeah. So you, Jacques, actually have access to this room. Right here.
Is that a window at the end of the hall in between the two rooms?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go stand out there and lean against, kind of like next to that.
Yeah. Okay. So you go out there and you're leaning.
Once we divide up our share of the stuff, let me make that.
Okay, that's going to be in a minute. Yeah. There. Okay. So you're still in the room while this is happening.
I'm still in the dungeon, guys. Like I don't see the room you're talking about.
Really? Oh, I think I know why. Hold on.
And I didn't see the drawing you made on the floor either.
There you go. You see the drawing now, right? That's the sigil you keep seeing.
Yes, that I do see it now. Yep.
Okay, that's a sigil you keep seeing. There you go. And you should see a room now. Atlas and Alexander, this is your room, the one that I'm pinging right now.
Yeah.
And this room right here is the one where Jacques and everyone else is staying. One second.
And I can't wait for nothing bad to happen.
Because that's exactly what's about to happen.
So I only spent 1 healing die because I didn't know how many I had left.
So Atlas, you're looking at this. It's another fucking goddamn sigil. You're opening the door, and there by the window is a figure that turns around. He goes, Pyros, it is good to see you. And looking at the time, I think that's all the time we're going to have at the moment.
Is it Gadriel? Who's
No.
the figure?
It's
not
his father, Rora Aldun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
They should be in that drawer. They're not. I
You
don't
hear
know
that? It should be in the fucking drawer.
It should be in the drawer. You should mute Tyler before he says something really embarrassing on stream. Damn. Okay, cool.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
All right.